I live my life searching for the light, been learning to fight through the darkness. I'll get this right, we were born to shine, and we still got time, it's not hopeless. Don't look now, here comes that awful feeling, my walls are caving in. Heaven help, I can see my ghost on the ceiling. Let me breathe again, 'cause I just wanna live my life. I'm never backing down, I swear I'm gonna fight the good fight. Just wanna get it right, I'm ready for it now. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight, fight the good fight. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight. Yeah, I've lost my crown, but no, I will not bow. You know I'm here right now for the long run. Yeah, you see me down, but you know I'll never drown. You know I'll get back up on it somehow. Don't look now, here comes that awful feeling. My walls are caving in. Heaven help, I can see my ghost on the ceiling. Let me breathe again, 'cause I just wanna live my life. I'm never backing down, I swear I'm gonna fight the good fight. Just wanna get it right, I'm ready for it now. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight, fight the good fight, fight the good fight, fight. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight, fight the good fight, fight. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight, fight the good fight. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight, fight the good fight. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight. 'Cause I just wanna live my life. I'm never backing down. I swear I'm gonna fight the good fight. Just wanna get it right, I'm ready for it now. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight. Good fight, fight, good fight, fight. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight. Good fight. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight, fight the good fight.
Hey guys, how's it going? Give me one sec. Got this music blasting in my ear. But anyways, I'd like to welcome you guys to another episode of J Nova Streams BAR Beyond All Reason. Today we are going to be starting out with a little bit of storytelling. This is a story of a channel and a community and a game. A game which is just starting to blow up. A game that had almost nobody in their lobbies 2 months ago and now is starting to really just take off, and a channel that is focused on the community, that is going to try its best to cast the best of the best and the worst of the worst. A channel where you can watch hopefully your game's being casted by somebody that has a little bit of an idea of how to play the game, even though he may not be the best, but he definitely isn't the worst. But anyways, guys, today we are going to be starting off today. Probably I'm thinking we might do a little something different. I did find a game with let me see real quick. I gotta share this screen with you guys real quick. But today we are going to be starting with a game which I found one of our very, 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 very faithful members, First Drum. He is playing on a map that I've been wanting to cast. I'm trying to find it again. Where is it? Oh, I gotta hit the hide button on that. Where was he? Supreme Isthmith? He's on one of these. There he is! First Drum. So I think we're going to start out casting a Supreme Isthmus game. Listen, Supreme Isthmus is a bit more complicated because there are, for most of you that have been watching my stream and only my stream and don't know, there's Navy. There's Navy. And so it adds an extra dimension to the game that I have not been able to cover. And honestly, I've only done Navy once, and it is completely different than the rest of the game, to be perfectly honest. I'll try and cast it the best I can, but for the rest of everybody else, it's pretty standard. There's an eco, there's an air player, there's front lines, there's support, but we're also adding 2 navies on top of it. And so we're going to try and cast a little bit of this, and we're going to try and have a little bit of fun while doing it. But right now, from what I can tell, this game is pretty much just underway, and we didn't have to fast forward too much. It looks like Brady right now has already taken control of the middle portion of this. For anybody that knows this map, they know that there is a bunch of metal and a little bit of energy attached to these rocks in the middle. There's over 1,000 energy right here, metal energy right here. Looks like a lot of it's already been claimed. Our frontline player, Brady, has done a great job claiming it. He may have overextended himself, but because his other frontline player is going to be this gentleman right here, lime green. I do not see his commander anywhere. Up there it is. Cozy. So today we have, for the blue team, we have Brady at frontline, Cozy at frontline. We have Quickster, going to be kind of the support. He can't go Navy right here if you really wanted to. We do have Comac, not typically a Navy position, but this is going to be a support position typically, especially since they do have, another thing that we don't normally cast, an advanced geo position. Advanced geo adds an extra, I believe, 300 energy per second, which I believe is about 4 or 5 energy converters worth. So you do have to capitalize on it when you do pick it up, but if you can capitalize on it, oh my goodness, it is quite the boost in eco. Our Navy player right here, this right here is basically what he's going to be making. I'm going to try and cast this the best I can. I don't know much. It's a lot, it's the same setup. You have your mexes, but they're underwater. You got your construction boat. This is a Dolphin. This is a fast assault corvette. So basically the key is winning Navy is nice because right here is very vulnerable. These bases are very vulnerable. I've started, when I play this map, I've started building just like this lime green player is, building backwards. I do not build past this line because it is very susceptible to missile bombardment from the Navy if they do in fact lose. Looks like we do have an engagement going on in the middle with Rocketeers trying to pepper down these defenses a little bit. Ooh, I don't know what happened here, but a lot of units were lost. We do have our pink player for the red team, which is going to be the support for the red player. He did come out with artillery units. I like the mixture. We do have a few Janices, and we do have a few Rocketeers. This is a very potent combo. Janices hit hard. Rocketeers hit consistently. I do not see defenses holding up very long, especially with the blue player only providing 4 Rocketeers at the moment. This is quite a dangerous position for our light green player. Brady's holding off the best he can. I think right now putting these up is not any more of these, it will not be a right decision because they're just going to pepper him down too often. He can repair these if he doesn't focus fire them. But it's, yeah, you need to start peppering these down. You need to take a pop shot or two at these guys, kind of keep them from soaking up that metal. That metal can be quite the early game advantage. It will definitely make it so your tier 2 is a bit faster. For the red team, we do have Alufiti, I believe Alufiti, because that is it. He's an American player. Mundinez. I'm sorry. He is going to be, looks like New Zealand, and he's going to be our other front line. Going up with the Agitator, this right here is going to make it so they 100% are going to be able to secure this, at least for a little bit. I do like what he's thinking with these, but the Agitator will outrange that, I believe. Oh, no, it's not. He'll be able to catch one of these, but it is a good answer to keep these Rocketeers from pushing any more forward. Our red player is supporting the best he can with his Rocketeers. But these are more of a support position, just like the left and right bottom positions on all the glitters. So they are going to be trying to get their eco up at the same time, get a little bit of a tier 2 advantage. This right here is typically an air player, which we do see air coming out. Same rules, except there is a bit more room to kind of eco up. Air can play a massive role in this game. They can do a little bit more because they do have access to torpedo bombers, which can help, even though they are not very effective in the sea, but they can help in the sea. So sometimes even the littlest bit of help can work out. Oh, my goodness. Looks like we have Orange, our orange player. What's his name? Outlaw Crep. He's already going for a nuke. I love it. These early games, you're not going to see anti-nuke go up for another. Well, I don't know how long exactly the game's been going on, but no, looks like we've been going for 9 minutes. 9 minutes? Yeah, 9 minutes. Go for 9 minutes. And you could get a 10-minute nuke going, and maybe 12 minutes. I think he'll have his first nuke ready. 15 is like when you typically start seeing like good players put up their anti-nukes. So who knows what's going on? So where's Furstrom at? Good old Furstrom. Furstrom is going to be our pink player. He is going to be on the right side. Dark pink player. He's going to be on the. He is our air player. So he is going to be on the happy end of the nuke. It looks like. For the other side, we are introduced the front line. We have Quickstar as this right here. Like I said, this could go Navy, but this is typically more support for the front line and probably a go eco. You know what I mean? I see a lot of people try to go eco in this position. It doesn't typically work out because you do need to support your front lines because of situations like this. Brady's he's starting to get pushed back. Our line player is pretty much already off the front lines. In fact, rest in peace, line guy. Rest in peace. Looks like our Navy player is already out of the Navy. He may have just lost the sea battle early and he's starting to fortify up his front because a lot of run-bys happen through here. Once tier 3 timing hits, you'll see a lot of Marauders come through here and just swim through here and cause issues in the back line. Same thing right here. Our Violet player contesting the sea is quite important, and I think contesting this sea lane is very important, mainly because you want to keep those Marauder run-bys. You want to catch them early, and these walls will help. But the one thing I worry about is stuff right here. We do have an assault frigate, but they will start getting like a missile frigate out, and they will be able to target down the economy of our blue player. And this right here, he's starting to move back, but right now, I feel like if it hits soon, it's going to be too much to really kind of come back from. But I do like the fact that he is trying to build a little further back now. Our red team's starting to do a little bit of pinging here and there everywhere. He's starting to get out his tier 2 constructors, our red player. Looks like he's trying his best to start handing them out to his other players, especially his C player, because I think he recognizes that they are winning that C lane, but he wants to ensure that victory is secured. We do have quite the sizable Air Force coming out for our blue player. It's a little bit bigger than our red team's Air Force, but right now as we all know from last stream, it's not how big it is; it's what you do with it. Giggity. So right now we are in that moment where like there's a bit of a stalemate. What tends to happen here? There's a lot of metal in this front line. So blue wants to contest this the best they can. They won't. I do not want. They do not want to let people get this for free. And anybody that walks out here needs to die. Anybody that can collect walks out here needs to die, in my opinion. And let me just go ahead and have a little bit of a sippy of a soda pop. But fact of the matter is that is a game-changing amount of metal. So if I'm blue, holding this off right now is a priority. I don't know about number one priority because there is an extra element. We do have resurrect subs, which is a good choice because once you secure this, the way you're going to snowball is by either rezzing a lot of these ships or collecting the metal. Oh, what happened here? Looks like we had a bombing run. Like I said, it's not how big your Air Force is, it's what you do with it. But I think there was a bombing run there. Good job on our air players. Looks like Fierstrom once again showing off that he can take advantage of those little gaps that he finds. Oh no, it was the nuke. It was the nuke. We missed the nuke. I'm sad, but good job on our orange player. Using the tools at his using the tools in his disposal. A lot of people don't go for nukes because of the anti-nuke. That's a big investment. And if somebody puts up an anti-nuke, it's kind of wasted. Which now there's an anti-nuke. Wow, what a timing for that anti-nuke. Anti-nuke's going up all across Blue's back line. But that is a devastating blow. That makes it real hard. That's their eco player. That makes it real hard. They're not going to be able to hit any real tier 3 timing because of that. So that definitely gives a massive advantage to our red team. Good job on our red team. Holding this right now still, especially our red player. We do have Mausers at the front and this agitator with quite the amount of experience, 29 kills, has 40% more health, and its reload is 17% faster, which is a pretty big deal. They are trying to target fire it down, but it looks like they do not have radar coverage. They're just firing blindly. But you would think eventually they will start hitting it. What is their own agitator? No, they're not going to be able to hit it. Too far out. They're not going to be able to hit it. Basically, those agitators are kind of a waste. It's the only thing holding them back right now. Another nuke going off, taking out our purple support player. Oh, Koro Monk cannot be happy about that, and he was trying to. His anti-nuke will still go off, and he's not out. He's not dead yet, but his team is. I don't see them coming back from very much more, to be perfectly honest. So right now, I think the right answer could have been maybe getting an anti-nuke bot out. I don't know. I haven't really seen like what everyone's going, and if anybody has the tier 2 available to really pump one out. But even so, I don't even know. I don't know if like you can't really do too much against that. But if they do need to get this up because it is covering the frontline players, and covering the frontline players right now is what's holding back any charge. So right now our best ecos looks like it is going to be one of the geez Louise. It's not looking good. It's not looking good for our blue team. Sad to say. Oh, looks like our red team saying we are going to hit teal shortly. And there is an opening for teal to get hit. Another anti-nuke going up, but it's not going to be in time. It will not be in time. Look how close that nuke's going to be. The second that's up, I expect it to really start launching. Let's make sure we catch this. Yeah, 35 seconds. We got a little bit of time to look around. But yeah, this is one of those maps. This is one of those new friendly maps. It's got a nice little straight, and if you got a couple of good a Juno use, so they're taking out a lot of the radar, kind of hindering this a little bit. But let's see. Come on. Oh, it was already launched. Thought he was going to hit Teal's base. It was available to be hit, but he looked like hitting the front lines did nothing. They did so much damage that they got the advantage front line. You just want to do more eco damage, in all honesty. But actually, I've seen it so many nukes used on this map that they've actually changed the topography of it, where there these two little straits were actually connected. You can actually make it so there's no land bridge here, so it is quite interesting. Oh my goodness! So what we got going on right here? Yes. All right. So this is one of the things you start to get worried about when you're one of the frontline players is uncontested C, basically doing stuff like this. And yeah, that's just pretty much salt on the wound in my opinion. And this is going to go over here. It's going to take out see the range hits this base. So contesting it's kind of a big deal. And eventually, almost every game the frontline players go to like someone wins and takes out the entire front line, and then it's up to the back line or anybody that was wise enough to build like this, like build way back here to really win the game. You can't. And what is it? 18 minutes a game. He really shouldn't he was focusing a little too much on the front, and his economy suffered, which I can't really blame him too much because the front has been very hectic for him, and any misstep could have really cost him. But yeah, he's going to lose all his mexes. All his advanced mexes are going down. Front is gone, and now basically your front's going to be these two guys right here. Looks like an anti-nuke went off. Now that the anti-nukes are out, we're going to start seeing a little less use of the nukes unless it's to bomb to help out with taking out the Navy. But they pretty much got control of the Navy. Even though Green's starting to build up on this side, they are not really – they're more focused on doing damage on the front lines, which our lime green player, which may be able to build up something, but who knows? Who knows? This is an interesting situation because if left too long, there is a potential because right here, what normally ends up happening in all that glitters is you could just overwhelm. You can overwhelm, but the front lines are so condensed here. If you can get this back, you can come back because there just gets to a point where all your stuff just gets centralized and you can just kind of defend right here. And if you can defend right here, then you just have to worry about Navy, and then coming back from Navy is not too much. And then you would have to more rely on your air players or tier 3 breakthroughs here and there, and whoever can get the breakthrough will pull off the victory, which we do have a sizable amount of Riptide assault frigates going to the back line of Tan's Navy. This could actually be a little bit of a turning point for them. This could cause a lot of damage and make it so these destroyers, I believe they're destroyers, battleships, are not going to be able to harass the front lines. And so the key here is you got to hold this. You got to hold this, and you got to understand there's going to be a tier 3 push in the near future. There is a third APHIS coming up for an orange player. And after third APHIS is where you can expect seeing a tier 3 gantry lab. And your gantry is going to be a big deal. Fierstrom doing his best to create. Yeah, right now, Fierstrom, let's see. Blue player has 89 tier 1 fighters, it looks like, in just that. And Fierstrom, it's hard to double click these because they move so damn fast. Let's see, are these? Come on. Valiant fighters, I believe those are tier 1 too. He has a few of those, I believe. Yeah, it's about pretty even in air. And even in air for Fierstrom is a win. Even being a little less than in air for Fierstrom is a win. We also have more of a Navy battle coming out here. These assault frigates are going to be taking on these battleships. If micro properly, maybe do some damage. I don't see really the fact that these are taking out one. I don't know, is great. I don't know. I'm not a big Navy player, but I don't think that was the best engagement in the world. You want to engage with some sort of like torpedo turret support, if possible. And even so, I don't know if you win that. You want to basically right now, with the way his stuff's set up. All right, he's got a battleship out. You kind of want to build up those battleships, and you also want to have favorable engagements because right now he is behind. You want to be looking for those favorable engagements. He did set them quite drastically back. So this, for right now, is just it for our TAN player. That's it. So for everything he takes out, it's less firepower that can go out. So that is one less battleship. And he is going to be able to make reclaim bots. Looks like we do have our Fearstrom starting to move out a little bit. Kind of thinking twice about it. I'm knowing him, he's probably just trying to probe for weaknesses. He might have some torpedo bombers. No, just stealth fighters right here. So our blue air player keeping track of that, responding to when units are seen. Gunships, not a bad idea. Not a bad call. Trying to help out with his Navy player. It is starting to become more even on the Navy front, especially walking into this agitator. Walking to this agitator could help out. Oh, it devastated those. So this right here, especially with some of these having less health points than they would really want, taking out even one is a big deal. And with the help of these gunships, even though there is a little bit of anti-air here and there. Ooh. But if he can hold off, he does have a production advantage. And he does have one battleship. And he's fighting into the torpedo. Oh, the torpedoes are doing massive damage. Oh, I don't know if that's a good idea. He has to focus down the battleship. This is for control of pretty much the game at the moment, since it looks like blue team was able to make a little bit of a comeback. Oh, man. Blue team look like sending out fighters. Nope. Pulling them back. A lot of posturing with these air forces. Red team taking out these taking out some of these torpedo launchers. I like the idea. Taking out some of these coastal defenses as well. Bomb resistant medium range anti-missile batteries. Not necessarily cost effective, but definitely going to make sure it frees up a little bit more of this sea lane for his TAN player. Definitely trying. All right. This is the response blue needed. The blue air player needed to make earlier. I think he let those gunships make a little too much. Be a little too much of a harassment against them. Ooh, now we have our. Yep, it looks like just barely our TAN player is able to get the upper hand in the sea lanes now. Yep, just barely was able to get the upper hand in these sea lanes, which is exactly what he needed to do. Yellow player dominating the sea lanes, raining rockets down onto everything he can. The only problem is our green player positioned himself really well. They're not going to be able to really hit too much of the main infrastructure. He is going to take out all the mexes. Oh, he was able to hit the energy converters. He was able to barely hit those energy converters. Sorry, guys. It's hot in my room. I don't know what the heck happened. I might have to open a window. You might have to hear a car pass by. We'll find out after this game. But yeah, yellow dominated the sea lanes. There's no way that our green player is going to be able to come back for at least in the sea lanes. So they are going to have to contest at least half of this map being unusable by the blue player, by the blue team. We got tick spam coming through. That Juno is still in operation, but it has no missiles in it at the moment. But that Juno is going to be able to shut down the tick spam for at least about 20 seconds when it does have a missile available. Air once again stacking up their his little air force for our blue team. Our red player looks like our pink player looks like he does have the advantage as far as air forces go. We do have our air player Fierstrom moving out. There are sharpshooters on the front line. It's going to make it real hard for anything to advance. Blue team is definitely back on their back foot again. It did look like they were starting to make a comeback until yellow started bombing this, and green and the tan player was able to take control of the sea lanes again. Looks like the air battle is still neck and neck. Almost no air left for both players. It looks like it was, if you're counting units, still won by the blue player. But it looks like Fierstrom's already like quadrupled his fighter count, but there is anti-air in the back, so he does have enough to hold off anything he pushes for at least another couple minutes. Looks like we're starting to get our breakthrough with tier 1 units. It's just overwhelming them. We do have Ducks, this is an amphibious unit. It's good for these light assaults, quick light assaults on the back line. This should just overwhelm it. This is just overwhelming. There's nothing they can do. There's nothing blue team can do at the moment. Granted, like a bunch of fiends just magically appear out of nowhere. There's nothing to do about it. And on top of it, we do have hounds marching in just to secure the win, in my opinion. Pretty much GG. After this, I am going to go grab a quick drink and a snacky cake just to dragons are out in the field for our red player for Fierstrom. This should be enough to just, I don't think finish the job, but it's gonna all but finish it, you know. Yeah, it's all but over for our blue team. Sad to say. Not necessarily the longest game in the world. There are some defenses coming up for our green player. Just having a lot of hope and just holding out. These things are going to be able to gain enough experience to really make it so these ticks can't get by, but anything more than a tick or some like grunts or anything like that, it's just going to make it possible. Here comes Fierstrom again with his much bigger air force now. Going to be able to take out all his air build power. Oh boy. No bueno. No bueno. We do have 4 people viewing the stream right now, which is actually pretty good since I haven't advertised in game yet that I am streaming. So I would like to welcome all 4 viewers. Feel free to engage in the chat. I do appreciate you guys. Tell me what you guys are. Tell me what's on your guys' mind. Tell me what you guys are thinking. This is my first game ever really streaming in Supreme Isthmus. Wow, that's a lot of ticks. Can ticks break through a wall though? And a dragon's claw, a dragon's maw. Dragon's maw should like have a bajillion experience. Oh, they broke through it. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. All right, ladies and gents. Well, while this game goes on real quick, I am going to take a quick second to have a little bit of a potty break. I will see y'all in just a minute. We're going to head back to the lobby. Oh, I don't know, but I do need a potty break, absolutely. So I apologize, but I will be right back. Let me just mute myself so you guys don't have to hear the horrible stuff that's about to happen. My apologies, everyone. Truth be told, I am not feeling the best in the world today. I think I might have ate something that kind of messed with my tummy just a little bit. All right, back to the game. Right now, we do have Furstrom. He is going to be going front line, along with his frontline partner, Ishil Meister. Quickster going to be at the support. And Bergie looks like he's going to be supporting as well. Waterboy going for the typically a Navy position. I don't know. ENG going for a this is normally a bit of a later Navy position because it is quite a walk. You want to make sure you get a few bots out, get an eco going before you start your Navy. So it typically leaves you at a disadvantage against this player right here, which is going to be Hooser. For the eco player, we're going to have of Clan Bit, Sir Ice Cream 55. Good old Portal Pony. This might be a remake if somebody doesn't place. Oh, we're missing 2 players. Might be a remake. Portal Pony choosing to go for a front position. Good old Portal Pony. I like that name. Of Clan Dumb, we have Asbestos going for the disadvantaged Navy position, in my opinion. Looks like there's going to be a stop boat. Yeah, they're remaking. So, once again. Let me just make sure these guys know I'm streaming. This is going to be fun. Yeah, so I'm trying to do this mainly for the community and for, trying to get my my stuff. Dudan's in. Hi, Dudan. All these friends of the channel. I'm really hoping they all have a good time and enjoy. What up, Jay? Woo! Little shout out to the homies. Got to do it because without you, my channel will not grow. And honestly, my channel has been growing exponentially. And I just found out today that I am this close. I meet all but one criteria to actually making affiliate. Never thought it was going to happen. I just did this for fun. I was not expecting to get to a point where I could make affiliate. I'm getting real close to it. So I'm really excited. So anybody saying, hey, I'm going to follow, you don't have to subscribe. You have to, just follow me. Like I just need to hit my follower goal for in the next 3 weeks. And I'm going to be making affiliate, which is awesome because it's going to give awesome like little things like more rewards. There might be ads, I guess. I don't know. I really don't know how it works, but there is going to be opportunity for a little bit of income for me. Would be nice because I would like to upgrade my situation as far as like lighting and all that. And, maybe get a better, upgrade like, cams and stuff like that. Who knows? I don't think it's going to bring in that much money, but it would be kind of cool. What do you guys think? But it is also going to give some benefits to you guys to make your streaming experience more fun. You're going to be able to, have more emojis and have a better time talking in chat. And the more this stream goes, the better it's going to go because there's going to be more chat. And there's going to be more engagement in chat. There's going to be more people giving their 2 cents, which I really encourage. Please give your 2 cents. Like, blow up my chat. Have fun. Just don't go nuts with spam and, racial slurs. It goes my main. Outlaw Cap saying, Prep saying, it goes main. Nice. Okay. Well, hopefully. All right. So he should know how to play his eco position fine. We might keep an eye on him just to make sure his claims are viable. Can I buy instant scout and later transport? Looks like someone's trying to. You can get a transport, fly out here to get a little bit more metal for earlier advantage. Right here. It looks like our grain player is thinking about Navy here, which I do like because this is for one, not the first scout in place. This Navy can tend to float over here, think there's no Navy, and just never look over here. And then when he comes over here to do eco damage, get blown up by everything that this green player is going to be doing. And plus, it does kind of give Aggressa. Welcome, Aggressa. Good to see you, buddy. You must have found out I was streaming. I am so happy that you're here. In fact, we do have a bunch of regulars in the channel. Every time I plop on, they find out I'm on, and they love to contribute to the game, which makes me super happy. HKL and Fearstrom going to be man in the front for the red team. Desker is going to be the support. Dude, Dan's going to be going for Navy. Ooh, I want to see what Dude Dan does as Navy. I am excited for that. DSD is going to be going for the typical air position. A bunch of these are going to be new players, especially since I'm not streaming All That Glitters today. Well, I might be streaming All That Glitters today. It depends. I wouldn't mind it. But we are on an Isthmus map in an Isthmus lobby. Quickster starting out with 2 Mexes and 2 Wind, which might, well, I don't know. It looks like he finishes 2 Wind just in time to really take advantage of a peak of wind. Aggressa, he's saying hi. Hi, Aggressa. I'm glad because these people are like, when I first started streaming, they just play each other a bunch, and then they weren't really talking to each other much. Now it's like a whole community. We are building a community here. This is kind of cool. They know each other. Aggressa and Fearstrom and Dude Dan, they know each other very well. They play each other all the time, and they play with each other all the time. This is going to be kind of a fun game. Of Clan Dun, Asbestos could be going to the least advantageous Navy position. So we're hoping for a good game. Waterboy, living true to his name, he's going to be a Navy player as well. Berkey's going to be going support for Z-Pod. Z-Pod, these 3 players definitely have never cast before. Z-Pod going for that for a vehicle lab for the Armada team, for his Armada commander. I like it. For me, I would have pushed out earlier, especially since securing this middle metal right here is so important. Honestly, I like Fearstrom's thoughts on this, but I think your commander is so much more potent right now to get out if it cost him. And plus, right now he's not even doing anything. Sorry, no, that's not Fearstrom. That's Fausto. I'm sorry, Fearstrom. I have just slandered your beautiful name. Aggressive support the best you can. But Fausto, don't take anything I say serious. To ours, this is just my critique. Everybody who watches me knows darn well that I am very aggressive, and I believe in taking the stuff because this right here is more units. It's more economy, and the way this game is played is based on economy. It's based on getting pushes out, and the faster you get pushes out, tier 1, tier 2, getting aggressive. Tier 2, tier 3, getting aggressive and getting an advantageous position it's how you're going to win most of your games, to be perfectly honest. Z-Pod and Fearstrom look like they're going to be. Z-Pod is. See, I think Z-Pod may have made a little bit of a mistake because I believe Fearstrom is just going to march out to the middle because he had a little bit of a lead on Fearstrom, and now Fearstrom and him are even. So this is going to make it. Now he's putting up his radar. It's going to give Fearstrom a little bit more time to walk to the middle. Now they're pretty much dead even. Whoever puts down the turret first is gonna claim this medal. Looks like Z-Pod put down his turret first. Up. I like Fearstrom's freaking thoughts. Ooh. He can at least claim half of this, though, in my opinion. Yes. Or even more than half. Yes, he is going to be able to contest more than half of it and claim half of it, which is good. And on top of it, he's denying a 4.3. These right here are huge. There's 4 4.3 nodes on this area right here, and everything else is 2.3, right? So you have 2.3, 2.3, 2.3, and the straight you have 4.3, 4.3, 4.3. So there's 6 actually, and so these 2 are easy to grab. So don't march your commander out and instantly grab these. What you want to do right here is, if you can deny this one, which Fearstrom might be able to do, at least put, I don't think he should right now. Right now it's all about this metal right here. But he was able to claim the middle one, which is a big eco advantage. This is a lot of metal per second. Same thing right here. This being contested is going to hurt our TAM player. I don't know, which I do know. But he is pumping out on Overwatch. This should push back these turrets. And these turrets getting knocked down will make it so he can claim this, especially since Overwatch is nothing to really sniffle at. So I think he will be able to comfortably claim this. And if he doesn't claim it, I would suggest Fearstrom take advantage of it if it's not too big of a dick move. Looks like we are having energy issue for our purple player because none of his we do have the little red lightning bolts over his stuff. This right here is a geothermal geyser. Not claiming it could be a mistake. Now, basically claiming this makes it so you have a nuclear bomb on your front doorstep also, because once these go up, it's like it's a nuclear bomb. It blows everything up. But if you claim it and can protect it, you can actually it's huge. It's 600 energy per second at tier 1. And so that's 5 energy converters worth of our blue player not listening, not on our streams normally. So I don't think he's listening. But yeah, he was definitely thinking what I was thinking. He's like, I kind of need that, especially since he is pushed back. So that can make up. That actually will more than make up than for any lost metal that he is it can make up for any advantage that Fearsome gained from being able to contest this 4.3. Fearstrom right now thinking the same thing, grabbing the geothermal plant. I like it. It's a good call. Fearstom right now is floating a little bit of energy. He could be popping out a few more. He does have 3 energy converters and 26. So he could get, in theory, 2 more energy converters, but he is pumping out putting a lot of that energy into this plant. So right now, if he wasn't building that plant, he would want 2 more. But right now, looks like it's about perfect. But if it does dip below that line, he will want to adjust his slider a little bit. And the fact that he is adding on more windmills too is helpful. Right now, it's getting to the point where he might want 1 more construction turret, in my opinion. And I would probably space it out so you could, increase your build range a little bit more. That's just a little tip of the day from your friendly J Nova. All right, so it looks like I'm gonna check out on our. Ooh, looks like Navy's going. Ha! It has been spotted, and ooh, we do have 2 Navy players. We don't have just 1. We have 2 Navy players from our blue team. This is going to be quite interesting. I do like it. This is going to make it so it's going to be a lot easier to secure. We all know that nuclear explosion is going to be a commander just self-detonating, so they collect the metal from commander. This is going to make it so gold player is going to have a lot of stress on them, but it is a bunch of tier 1, very light hovercraft. And it's not Navy, it's hovercraft. It's a hovercraft platform. So hovercrafts, yeah, they're great. So, but it is going to make it so it is not as big as a threat as 2 full-on Navy players. But the threat here is not so much losing your Navy. It's you got to now cover everything because run-bys with those hovercrafts are a big threat now. Aggressa, using that transport to the best of his ability, getting even more of an eco advantage with claiming that. Asbestos of Clan Dumb is thinking the same thing. We do have brown versus blue in the Navy. Not a lot going on. They have claimed all their stuff. There is a few assault craft corvettes just like patrolling between the 2 of them. Oh, this is a lot of balls. This is a lot of balls. Will it be picked up? Will it be picked up? Will it be seen? Oh, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to tell you. You're going to have to just find out. Will you be successful? And by now he already knows he's been found out. He's been found out. This is hilarious. Uh, Poor aggressive. Oh, this is hilarious. I have been getting texts ever since my phone's been getting a little blown up. A lot of mess. Oh no, sorry. Oh, I will definitely. I've been getting text messages from a friend, and she was definitely saying that. She was saying because she found out I wasn't feeling well today. My belly was hurting. I decided to make the decision to eat from a place called um, Smacko Smell, and we all know what happens when you eat from Smacko Smell. Um, you're gonna. So basically, what happened here, that right there, is gonna happen in my bathroom a little later today. So once again, we still have four people in the stream. Feel free to engage in the chat. I always encourage my community to please be friendly and talk and be personable. I know we're a bunch of nerds, but you know, when nerds get together, we are talkative. Don't tell nobody, but that's how we are. We all know it. Looks like this short range jammer is not doing its job. Geothermal plants being targeted by this gauntlet could be a very good investment by I don't know. Because he takes this out, this all goes down. It's basically a nuclear bomb. And his artillery is in the blast radius, I believe. Actually, I'm about 95% sure. Including these tier 2 Mausers. Ooh, that could hold off their push a little bit. Which wouldn't even be a push. Oh, Kenny. Oh, no. First drum, don't do it. Don't do it, buddy. Ouchies. That's a lot of ouchies for your commander, buddy. But luckily, he does have construction turrets, repairing pretty much everything that's including his commander. Commander up to 32%, all the way from like what seemed to be 19%. This is quite a little bit of an inching forward by our red team. Red team doing the best to hold on. DSD, being an Air Force guy, you know, trying to contest this little teeny tiny base that Aggressive's put up. This is one thing I love about Aggressive. Aggressive does stuff like this. And I am 1v1ing Aggressive. Probably Saturday is my best time to do it because I am moving Sunday. I'm sad to say. So I'm a little scared about moving Sunday. It can really interrupt my streaming sessions, but I'm hoping not. But it is going to be to another place. And I'm going to be super sad because I love the place I'm at now, but you know, gotta move on. And I can smell Aggressive. I need to get the fuck out of here. Oh, and the transport goes down. No. Aggressive really wanted to be like, I'm done. Waterboy, letting everybody know his plans. There is a lot of Mauser out on the field for the red team, and they are going for that. They are going for that. They are targeting that, and I think Fausto knows that that's going to be a big target and does not want to lose it. You don't have the energy to cloak? No, you're just giving up. You're giving up a commander for free. That would be quite a bad move. No. And this is the consequence of not moving, in my opinion, of not claiming as much territory as possible. I believe that red team got a big eco advantage on top of it. You know, you could trade space for time. We even have a rattlesnake up. Ouchies. Yeah, it went down. And now the floodgates have opened for a red player. The key here is to be stopping this with as much tier 2 as possible. I don't think there are some Sheldons out, but Sheldons are only effective in numbers between, I want to say, 10 and 15. It's not going to hold back any amount of anything until then. Yeah, especially with Mausers out in the field. Thugs and Mausers just eat them up. They are cheap. They can be cheap, but they can be a waste, especially if anti-nuke goes up. But right now, I think that's the least of blue team's issues at the moment. Aggressive trying his best to produce some fiends. I think fiends are a good choice here. Eventually, yes, we do have some shurikens out in the field. Our blue player, Ishal Meister, could have probably had him out. All right, now they're in a bit more of an effective amount. This fiend getting a lot of experience. Furstrom's Thugs still trying to make a little bit of a run by. I don't know how much damage they can possibly do. Z-Pod trying his best to get anything out in the field, but I don't think he has economy to really push out too much of anything. Stouts. Medium, being able to push out medium tanks at this point in the game is just not good. He should have tier 2 by now. But in all fairness, this line was collapsing. I don't know how much support he was giving, but this line is collapsing. And it was collapsing pretty hard. So I don't know how much support he was doing, but in my opinion, tier 2 by now at 16 minutes in should not be an issue for our support player. Going maybe one too many solars, not having enough wind. Like even if these wind weren't destroyed, that's not enough wind. This is just what I'm thinking. You know, like I said, don't ever take this stuff too personally. I'm not, you know, by any means an expert, but I do think I have a good grasp on understanding how the game is played, especially since I had to force myself to figure it out. We do have for Bergie tier 2 out. Now, this right here, if you watch my first stream, you'll see me like I had it down to like the very minimum. Like this right here, I don't do. Like I'll do it to some degree, but I try to keep in mind how many wind farms I have compared to this, because this is inefficient and this is going to hinder you more than it helps you. But it can help out a little bit. It does look like they do get full from time to time. No, I think he has the right amount. I think he does have the right amount. I may be wrong about that. Bergie might be doing all right. He might have the right idea. I can't admit when I'm wrong, because I did see like half of these gone. The wind was probably god awful, but in fact, you could probably use one or two more, because it's only at 13. Like if it peaks, he can overflow. Let's see. Hooser. Looks like he is starting to get contested in the Navy. Blue player, Furstrom has to focus on the line. He cannot be going hovercrafts right now, so that advantage they have in the sea is pretty much wasted. Well, not wasted, but it's gone. But looks like green can, especially if he has more of it. He doesn't have the defensive positioning that I would prefer. Yeah, green's going to lose this battle. Hooser's going to lose this battle. He's going to lose his Navy, and gold player will take control of the Navy. But in the North Sea, it looks like blue's doing a much better, is having a much better, easier time. He should be able to contest this, and this can absolutely be a much needed foothold. This is very common right here for the front lines to kind of go out like this, and then they hold at the back end of this mountain. This is very common. It happens almost every game. You'll see it almost every game. So we all know, if you're an experienced player, you know not all is lost at this point, especially if you keep them alive, because they can't come back. And any amount of and if you have a good player that knows how to get their eco back up well, they will be able to come back for and contribute. You have to be prepared to lose your base if you're going to be a frontline player on this map. Actually, I was thinking today, maybe I might actually hop in a game with some of the guys if the guys are down. I would actually love to play on the straights. Maybe have one of the guys like you know on the front lines with me. I think that would be really fun. That'd be really fun. I might do that today. So let me know what you think, especially Aggressive and Furstrom and Dudan and all them. Let me know if they would like to play with and against me today, because I think it'd be really fun. Now we do have a guy that just kind of quit. I don't like this because you shouldn't be quitting in these games because anybody can, especially anybody that watches my stream, they have been encouraged and kind of like they understand the value of getting out a construction bot to somebody that has been eliminated and helping them build back their base. They understand that value. Oh, Gressa wants me to do it. He really wants to. You must play now. You said, okay, I'll get a game in with you. I will cast one more game. And I'll make sure I'm feeling better. And I will get a game in with you guys today. But don't get upset if I'm super quiet. But this will be a game played with some fans today, which I'm not going to call you fans. You're not. Because fans mean that, I don't know, it gives a connotation that somehow like, I don't know. It just doesn't, it rubs me wrong. You know what I mean? You're not friends. I consider you equals. I consider you. Actually, you're probably. In fact, I could probably learn a lot from you guys. I would love to see you guys stream. Be perfectly honest. I would absolutely love to see you guys stream, and I would love to learn from you guys. First drum. I love the balls. I love the balls, and like this stuff right here, the stuff you did earlier. This right here, especially if you get better at it, which you're not bad at it at all. But like this is stuff that you refine. This is stuff that like it's like cheese in StarCraft. You get better and better and better at it, and it is stuff that you need to do because it does help your win rate, and even the best players will fall to it. This blue navy coming through, just decimating the eco of red. This is red's. This right here is red's downfall right now, and this is Desker. Because you do have to have kind of go half and half with your eco in the sea, because if you lose it, you need to have some sort of land eco to go back on. Well, no, that's not Desker's fault. I think that was the lever, the guy who left. Desker just took over. So please forgive me, Desker. I apologize for that. So, Hooser, you're not dead, bro. You're not dead. Bro, listen. You got to understand your positioning and see you're at the disadvantage point, and this is bound to happen. So you're not dead. What your thing is like, okay, I don't know if you can build tumbleweeds. Your Cortex, you can build tumbleweeds. Tumbleweeds are a quick way to get back in it, but you're still, they can't touch your stuff. Your goal right now is to understand this is an avenue of attack. Put up defenses. Make sure that you have stuff out to stop a tier 3 Marauder push, and ducks, which are right on your way, right on the way. So we do have platypuses, which is the Cortex version, the Armada version of the duck. So I think teching up was the wrong call. Support from air. You don't need support from air. Torpedo bombers are so bad. It's not about winning. Yes, winning this is nice, but it's about this. Your main job in this is like nobody should expect you to win this right here. This is why like nobody expects you to win this when they look at this. They just expect you to try. But you did the right thing. You had most of your eco on land, but one thing you should have been doing is like once you started losing, started barricading off this with walls, and it's pretty standard, but it is what it is. But it's not lost. You have a job still to play. These Razorbacks will be able to hold off these ducks quite easily, in my opinion. This is going to be Outlaw Crep. Yeah, none of these ducks are going to get through. Razorbacks are just going to be eating them up. They might get... No, they're not going to get this metal extractor. Not even close. Not even close. I will definitely stream one more game, and then I will definitely join you guys. I would absolutely love to play with the homies. I've been kind of itching for it, honestly. Especially, I do love playing on a stream on Isthmus. And hell, if I get taken out early, I could just stream what I'm seeing. Don't you take advantage of me being on the stream. I'll be super sad. No, I won't be sad. Oh, never do this. All right, so this is HKLL. This is something you learn through mini games on this map. you never, ever, ever put eco right here. You kind of just hug this and you just move backwards. Which, he did put his reactors in a bit of a spot where they're not going to be reached. Oh, Marauders have been called out. I think the Marauders going here. They're trying to defend this. You can't defend this with Marauders. I think could have probably done more damage pushing the front, or even trying to slip through the backside, especially since Gold has secure. Oh wait, yeah, but there are Marauders Razorbacks at the backside. So, but I think a front push would have been a little bit more helpful. We do have Marauders marching through into Red's back line. This could be game ending. This could be game ending. It looked like Red was winning. For a while. But this is the nice thing about Supreme Espins. Like I said, front line goes down. Hoosier right now he was just saying, I'm dead. Like, he's so far from dead. So far from dead. The team that got at 14 Kopi, I think it still win. They can win. They can't, listen, man. Until there's like 2 or 3 players left, you don't really know. And even so, I saw one guy, he literally built like 15 nukes on this hill. And like we got wiped out. And I think it was him and one other player with his commander, just in case, kind of hiding in the back line. And he would just launch so many nukes that he overwhelmed like the entire like anti-nuke system. And eventually hey, HKL, let's keep the non-friendly chat down. Love you, buddy. But I do like the fact that he did take over right here, and he was equaling the best he could. And he did try very hard. Sometimes, listen, you could try hard and lose, and we got to accept that. We got to accept that as a team. It's more about getting better because that's where the results come from. That's where your OS gets better. That's where you're going to find it. So understand that that hey, take solace in knowing you did all right, dude. Because you will win games based off your play. He does have tier 3 coming out. And hell, done right, you could win the game. I don't know. There is a dragon coming through for our blue air player. There's not enough anti-air out to deal with this. It looks like he is going to be able to push back. As long as he micros it, he is going to be able to deal a significant amount of damage. But he did just take a big hit there. I don't know what from. But there went our yellow players' fusion reactors. Our orange players' fusion reactors. Tier 2 is going to be impossible to get out at this point. We do have Vanguards out. I do like the inclusion of Vanguards. Mainly because Vanguard, it's good for stalling the game. But right now it's breakthrough time. But it's one of those units that can have a very good use. That isn't included a bunch. People are leaving left, right. I don't know who left, but hopefully it's not one of our. I don't think so. Fearstrom's not in the game right now. I think Fearstrom took off. He's probably just waiting in the lobby. But yeah, he's probably just waiting in the lobby. Going potty or something. This game should honestly, I think right now this is about the time where you're like, okay, it's time to resign. It's only right now pretty much red and gold versus it's red and Dudan versus the world. Dudan's like, I got my guy out in the middle ocean. But Fearstrom, he may have had a connection issue because I don't see him disconnecting on purpose. Or was he blue team? I can't remember. There's enough tier 3 out to hold off. And Lord knows getting 3 teams economy is going to make his life a little bit easier. If he could pump out a few more I think I don't see flagships doing anything. It's just don't have. No, they don't. Flagship is Arma is not a. No. Honestly, Cataphracts might be the call. But flagships are nice. They have a massive range, but I think it's not massive enough. Because right now, what's going to hurt them is not going to be our Cyan player. And as much as their Cyan player is like, he does have a role to play, but the role to play is to help stop Cataphracts, and these tier 3 pushes that are coming. I don't see flagships. Like, flagships can kind of hold down the straight. And if you get enough of them, it will do that job. But you're in a position right now where you got to be aggressive. You got to do damage because they're going to out-eco you. And just with 2 players, like even the choke point is just going to be too much. And these Razorbacks are going to melt through these Marauders. Like, it's to a point where they're just going to overwhelm you, and if you're able to hold off, there's going to be Ragnaroks. There's so much options here for blue that a bombing run, anything could really kind of blow them up. So they got more to worry about than that. So you know what? The Vanguard is a good idea because it is helping with taking care of this flagship, pushing back that flagship. Now, what you want to do is you want to maybe get some anti-raider up, maybe have an anti-bot with them, because the flagship is going to be able to pick off these Vanguard. Yeah, I agree with Outlaw Crep. Now, I wouldn't put it in those terms. I'd be like, hey, can you please push me? You don't need to be. At least, like, your first interaction should be like aggressive. But yeah. Getting these Razorbacks out. I don't think there's a lot on the field that can really handle these Razorbacks, especially since they are on the front line for the opposite side. These Mausers are just taking them out. They're not. Yeah, the Razorbacks aren't being microed. I mean, the Marauders aren't being microed at all. Ooh, what can be done here? Well, here's the thing about this is my Desker. This is my thoughts on as far as like noobs playing in these positions. I'm not sure. I have to check the lobby again. Let me check it real quick. This is a noob lobby, I believe. Yeah, noobs welcome, right? So yeah, Firstrom's not in this lobby right now, but this says noobs welcome, and everybody is going to have their very first game in every position. So looks like the game is over. Looks like those Razorbacks did indeed finish it. So we will be leaving the game, and this was actually a pretty good game. This is a good example of us the way Supreme Miss normally goes. Oh shit! Let me show where we're at. Yeah, as much as I would like to play, no, spectate. I did say I was going to spectate one more game. Where is everybody at? But I would like to welcome everybody. But so this is a new lobby. So you're going to run into people who's going to be the first, second, third time playing into a position that they're not used to. And They got to do it. You got to do it because it is a progression system. You do have to eventually have your first game in a spot. Setting level 31. I kind of don't set level that high. Not when it says noobs. That's kind of messed up because getting somebody to level 31. Level 31 in this game is like the same of saying like everybody but pros. You know, everybody but like the people who are like constantly streamed. You know, I don't agree with it, but that's up to them. Dude, Dan's still in the game. We do have, dude, Dan, how are you not on my friends list? Here, there you go. I sent you a friend request, brother. All right, anybody we know, but yeah, don't bitch. Don't be in a noob. Don't bitch in a noob lobby. Simple as that. You can't. The fact that it says noobs, you know, you kind of sign up some. My OS is 1 because I'm pretty much brand new. I'm going to be straight up with you. I've only been playing this game for 2 weeks. I never claimed to be good at this game, but I always, because I want to stream it, I do have to put my thoughts on it. And some people think that I have good thoughts on it. Some people may think that I don't. I am perfectly happy to give my thoughts on to listen to opposing opinions, but my OS is 1, and this is the thing that happened is like when I first started playing, like I was still learning, and they start you out like 16 OS or something like that, and I just lost a lot of games, and I started watching videos, this, that, and the other, started getting an understanding of it, and actually this past week, I haven't played in like the past 4 days, but before that, there was like a 3-day period where I pretty much won all but like 2 games, and I was kicking ass. But the problem is the way the system works is they do off of uncertainty. So you have to get like a certain number of games in before you have more certainty of where you're at. So my uncertainty level right now is very high. So if I lose 1, they're like, it sinks you. And that happens to all new players. So you get like 100 games in, your uncertainty level gets more stable than say somebody that has 10 games in. So right now it happens to everybody, I think, where like you lose 1 game, you get fucking tanked, like when you're brand spanking new. So I could be wrong, but that's something I read on Reddit today, that there was actually an uncertainty system in this. So you do have to have a certain amount of games where like where wins and losses don't have the impact that it used to have. You know what I mean? Good old juicy juice. In fact, I believe I streamed you a few times, buddy. Check out a few of my streams, and maybe I'm pretty sure I had you in a stream yesterday, buddy. If you don't use party feature, it's not impossible to. Yes, exactly. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And that's the kind of research I like to do, and that's kind of why, like, I think, like last stream, I had a few people be like, "Oh, wow, yeah, you have good takes." No, I think I'm stupid at this game. I think I suck at this game. Other people think I don't. Like, I'll tell you, you'll probably beat my ass. You know, like I'll tell you straight up, I am not a cocky motherfucker in this game. I am a ballsy motherfucker though, so I will try some really, really good stuff to that. You know, I do have a 1v1 scheduled with Aggressive this weekend. I'm trying to get it done with I'm trying to have, like, you know, if you're a viewer and you're a fan, I will 1v1 you eventually if you want to. Just, you know, I think it'd be fun. You know, I'm trying to do this more for the community because I do think this is a great community. When I first started playing, I thought it was really cool that I was constantly playing with the same people and getting to know the same people. And actually, right now, like, I'm actually starting to become friends with a lot of the community. Dude Dan knows, like, me and Dude Dan, like, we played with each other, against each other, and I've streamed him a ton, and he knows me pretty well. Aggressive knows me really well. Aggressive, are you not my friend? Aggressive knows me really well. Like, he is definitely a friend of the channel. Fierstrom is a good friend of the channel. There was pretty much one episode where, like, we were like rooting for Aggressive. He had a really bad start, but then he turned it around a few games later where, like, he was carrying. Who else was it? Dude Dan, was it Dude Dan? No, it was the Nat. The Nat was the Nat. He's also this is the cool thing is I've only had like 5 of these streams. Like, I've only been streaming for like a week. And my channel's been blowing up like crazy. Today is a little bit slower. I'm not exactly sure why. Maybe because I haven't promoted myself as much as I normally do. But the nice thing is like my channel's been blowing up. Like, I'm this close from from affiliate, surprisingly, which is like really nice. Like I never thought it was going to happen. This was supposed to be just for fun. You know, I was streaming to 1 or 2 people Monday. Like Monday, I was streaming to 1 or 2 people. And yesterday, my stream had 126 viewers. I never thought I'd see that, especially in a week. I never thought I'd see that. I don't think I'm that interesting. You know, straight up, I don't think I'm that interesting. Oh, we got a Glitters game going. I didn't even pay attention. I was too busy trying to talk to Juicy Juice. But yeah, no, I try, and also I really do try to interact with you guys, and I want you guys to be a big part of the channel because you guys are going to make my channel. Like this is as much your accomplishment as mine. I'm just the one that benefits from it the most, and I wish I could. And I kind of feel like a dick, because I'm benefiting from your guys' hard work and your guys' interaction and all that. But I really do love you guys. And I want you to know that you guys are amazing. I love all you guys. And the more and more I get to know you guys, the more and more I really appreciate our community because like Aggress is my buddy. Dudan's my buddy. Like we're all buddies. First one's my buddy, We're all buddies. And the funny thing is, the more and more they get to know me, the more and more they get to know each other. And the more teamwork they start really having. That's the really cool thing. Like if you watch from my very first stream to here, like you start seeing like the teamwork, you see them talking to each other, like, hey dude, what's up? And all that. And like these, like I think last game, one of the bases got blown up. It was it Aggress's base? I think it was Aggress's base got blown up. And people were handing them construction units. People were building their mexes for them and then handing it over to them. And it really made a difference in the game. It really made a difference in the way the game was played. So, Juicy Juice. Hey, buddy. Lots of love, brother. Here, since you're engaging my chat, you get the J Nova peck of the day. So, mwah, mwah, mwah. There you go, buddy. But yeah, enjoy it, man. I understand that you can't engage in chat right now, but I was pretty much addressing you pretty much all the time, and I'm very stoked to have to commentate for you. Trying to take someone's spot. I don't know. This is something that happens a lot. I think it's first come, first serve. This is once again a noob lobby, and if you have to front, you're gonna have to front. I'm sorry, front's important. There's a reason why everybody learns front first. And I'm gonna tell you the reason. The reason why everybody learns front first is because there's 4 spots and there's always gonna be one available, and somebody's going to grab, say, air, and if you're air, you should know front because you're not always going to get the air spot because there's only one of them available. And same thing with the eco spot. Support spot is not late game as important, but it's just, if not more important, throughout the entire game as eco and air. So, but there's 2 of them available. So the way the progression goes when you're starting out, you learn this because there's always going to be, like, if you can't get your spot, you will always be able to get a front spot, at least. And knowing how to play this is very important because you're going to be relying on your tier 2 and tier 3 pushes to get through. And if you can't have eco going down. So this is something everybody learns first. And honestly, the easiest to learn first because you're more focused up here and you don't have to worry about hitting timings because somebody's going to hit it for you and they're going to help you out. This is support. So, like, the main thing is you really want to, ideally, you want to hit tier 2, get some tier 2 out, and then start helping out your frontline guys because that tier 2 push can be quite potent. And on top of it, getting everybody's eco out as fast as possible, especially them, since they're pumping out troops and they're focused on that, it's really hard to get a good eco going. So helping these guys out will eventually make life a lot easier for the team in general. It's the same thing right here. Gress is going to probably be more worried about the canyon, making sure that doesn't fall because canyon has so much entrances to the back line. Once this fall, normally what you see happening is just the back line folding from this side. Boom. You can't hold this too well. There's nobody here is building artillery at 20 minutes in unless there's like maybe a Mauser or 2. But tier 3 just kind of moves right through here typically and just melts everybody. It can hold, and we do have a few games last game that did help. Let's see. I'm sorry. Like your Queen bot, yeah. So click the bot and hit. I saw it in stream drag circle. Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of chit chat going on, which is nice because we're building a community. People are more and more interested in talking to each other and strategizing with each other and helping each other out, and not being afraid to ask for help. That's the main thing. It's like when you have friends in here, you're not afraid to ask them for help. And boom, we do have a rascal run by going for the back line. If he gets one Mex, that will pay for the rascal, more than pay for the rascal. That's what you want to do, is at least grab one Mex, and then anything after that. See, the way I do this is like, if I get one rascal in back, I'm like, okay, one Mex, and then I'm looking for extra damage, because you want to justify this. And you can also do some scouting. You can kind of gauge how well your eco player is versus the other eco player with good scouting. And you can gauge who has the advantage too. So if let's pretend Mr. Air God right here, let's see if he lives true with his name. Let's pretend Mr. Air God does the scouting around, I want to say 12 minutes. Oh, not even 12 minutes, 8 minutes, right? And he's able to see who has tier 2. Well, you know what? A better example is probably around 15 minutes. And he starts seeing that, like, hey, we actually have the advantage on our tier 3 because Juicy Juice has actually got 2 Aphyses out compared to no Aphyses for, let's pretend, Haximus, right? So they know that they're the ones that can get aggressive at the second tier 3 starts with a Marauder push or something like that. So scouting is super important. You can kind of tell whether or not you're on the back foot, and knowing whether you're on the back foot, you can make decisions about whether or not you need to be conserving troops, what kind of troops you need to be making, whether you need to start making hounds, or whether it's time to change from hounds, take a more defensive position, and go into like sharpshooters. Let's pretend, right? So right now it's more of a, sorry guys, I've been talking more about strategy than the game itself. We do have a lot of blitzes getting taken out by Dan's D-gun. I don't think that was the most effective trade in the world by our Difubar. It wasn't it was a good idea, and I do like that Dan is pushing up. I would prefer that he was able to he was able to take his 3.2. He's got his 3.2. That's the bare minimum. I always ask everybody that's on the front line, take your 3.2. And the next goal, if you can't take your 3.2, is to contest their 3.2. Mimi, what I would like Mimi to do is maybe get a establishing your front lines with this much spam coming out is not a bad idea. So going vertical instead of going horizontal instead of vertical is not necessarily ill-advised. It's actually probably a good call. But I would probably, the second this one's up, maybe see if I can get a light laser turret in range of this Camus Phil's 3.2, just to deny it. I am glad that Mimi took their 3.2 at the very least. Most Wanted, right here at the front line, is pumping out a bunch of what looks like pawns. Yes, pawns. Taking his 1.8. He does have his 3.2. Our blue team doing a very good job taking their 3.2. Sweat God is going to have his 3.2 denied, at least at the moment. That can hurt, especially since Fame 2 Robots has done typically what I do. Is like I march out, I take my 3.2, and I just let my con do the building, because right now it's more about like how long you've had your 3.2. Oh, Janus hits. Good call on the Janus, because in this canyon right here, that AoE of not microing your Janus is a bad call, but especially since now you have nothing to really contest your light laser tower. Sweat God could have done a better job, because you can outrange those light laser turrets, and especially eating a D-gun is not good. So it will make it so he won't be able to put up a 3.2. I'm going to tell you why. He can have the 3.2 D-gunned, and he can have his light laser tower D-gunned. Putting up a beamer is not necessarily a bad call. I think the range outranges Rocketeers, but I think Januses are just too painful. Good, I don't produce unit until I have T2. Should be ready. I do like that Salamzit, which I streamed him yesterday. I don't know if he was paying too much attention, but I did stream him yesterday, and he did quite okay. I think he was pretty much on par with everybody with him. I do like that he's communicating. It is rough up there for Dudan. What Dudan is doing what he can do, right now. He needs to micro his stuff to make sure that they're not taking this, because artillery right now, I think yes, a pounder is a good idea. Because it does do quite the damage. Yes, see that AoE, the pounder, yes, already paying for itself. Getting those pounders to the front line is what he needs to do right now, and a little bit of micro here and there just to kind of hold off this little bit of artillery push. The problem is for Defubar, and this isn't even Defubar stuff, this is peak player stuff, is that this stuff's going to go down the second these pounders go up. Yeah, they do too much damage. And even hit the commander is going to have a hard time with this. He can, yeah. Just split your stuff a little bit. Yeah, don't let them group up. Split them, and because also these D guns do require energy. Defubar is floating a lot of energy, and he does have a lot of metal, and he's going to be floating metal. What it looks like, so he could be a little bit more efficient. My problem with red side of the canyon right now is that with all this tier 1 pushed out, it is going to delay this tier 2 coming out. But he is looks like he's not really having too much issue with energy. But it looks like it is going to start being an issue very soon. He did go into Solar Collector, so it's much more consistent, but I don't think it's I think he's going to start having issues soon. Especially producing shell shocks, as it's not what he needs to be doing right now. Shell shocks should just feed in the front line at this point, because now Dudan has the advantage on artillery. He can counter battery easy. Looks like Mimi is going to be doing a little bit of a push, a little bit of arty push. Kamish Phil. I think a big mistake here is he's got these overwatches. He knows he's going arty. I think a better idea is either he needs some sort of anti-radar out. Because this right here, overwatches as great as they are, it does nothing. Like if you're getting out artied, you're getting out artied. It's just a waste of energy. It would be much better to spend that energy and metal on anti-artillery. Because it doesn't seem like, which looks like Mimi's done. Mimi seems to be quite the competent player. For our lime green player, this is Most Wanted. Most Wanted has set his line further back. Now, if I'm red player, I would at least taken out the 3.2 max. Having this up, every second it's up, it just hurts. It hurts your team. Well, it looks like Wynn's not dead anymore. You're the eco guy. So when you're eco, one thing this came from a guide I watched. You do want to at least start out with solar and not with one. You want to start out with, I think, probably Juicy Juice probably did. Yep. He started out with 5. I believe 4 is a good number, but 5 is not bad either. Juicy Juice did a good job right here. Let's count his windmills. 35 windmills for him. Plus 5 of those. That means it looks like he has more than enough. He actually has the perfect amount, in my opinion, of collectors. He could go one more because it doesn't look like he is floating right now. But no, the second he builds something, it goes down. Ooh, I like the Citadel call. Good job on that. It is how far into the game? We are 10 minutes in, and he's 11 minutes. 11 minutes in, and he's already getting the Citadel up. Good job on Juicy Juice. I'm glad that you got the J Nova Peck of the Day. Air God is really busting out these windmills like you wouldn't believe. Holy cow. Right now, he has 80 of them. He is trying to go into a tier 2 energy converter. He could probably get a couple more of those, but I'm looking for a little field of energy converters that he could be having. Well, he did give what looks like a few to his red player, which actually was a good call because it looks like the red player is a little bit behind on Zico and build power. I don't know if there must have been a push that I missed because there are there's some scrap here which needs to get eaten up. There's some scrap on the back lines to get eaten up. In fact, we should take a look at the scrap fields, see if they're doing what they need to do. They are doing what they need to do. There's no massive scrap fields other than this like 947, which is I wouldn't consider massive. Anything above 1.5K is a little bit needs to get sucked up like right now. But looks like we have a little bit of a scrap field. I would like to see some Lazaruses or anything out, just kind of take advantage of it because nobody's really been eating up these scrap fields. That's easily on their side, which can help out a little bit, help bust out. Like if they're stalling anywhere, it can help bust out some stuff, especially like your metal converters. Not your metal converters, your advanced mexes. So it could help out just to pump out like 3 Lazaruses and just get them out in there. We do have a little bit of a push come from our brown player into the back lines of Sweat God. I do like this is the issue I have with like not holding up to this ridge. Like this right here, there's so many paths and it's a path to destruction, sadly. Aggressa is going to have to start pumping out, which he is already on it. He's pumping out Jaguars, which is the right call in my opinion, because they're fast and they're fast in both build time and they are fast in both speed. So they will be able to negate the range advantage of these hounds, and they will be able to catch up to be able to do their damage. And good job on Sweat God and Aggressa holding off that little bit of a surprise attack in the canyons. And good job on our air player. Good job on our air player taking out, just holding off that push with Shurikens. Front lines are still stable. That does tell us that we are hitting a tier 2 peak for our red team. Now, if blue can counter that, which blue looks like they're doing really well on their eco. I'm not even going to count it. It looks about right. It looks about right to me. It gets to the point for me where I stop counting it too. I'm just like, it seems about right. And normally it is. You get that feel after a minute. See right here. Yeah, that's right. He's not floating too much. He's not floating at all, really. It just seems like that seems a little light, but I'm probably wrong. Oh, this is why. He does have an advance. Aggressa has an advance. That's why it seemed light. They look too much like each other. Ooh, Chris going for very, very first Aphis. It should build. He's not stalling out. He is barely able to make that without stalling out, I think. He's got enough build power. I think he's been very efficient with his build today. We get more build power coming out for our green air player. I think that's a wise decision. Got to take a look at his stuff. He is having problems with his energy right now. He's not able to get any. Does he have converter? Yeah, he does. He's not able to get any energy into his converters at the moment. Build power might not be the best call in the world, but he does need some. And that's because he's building so much of it. That's why. These build powers take a lot of energy. They take a lot of energy to build. But once they're up, they really pay for themselves. And I think he'll be fine right after it's up. Yeah. Front line still stable. I'm just wondering how long this is going to last. We got some aggravators out in front. Well, gauntlets out in the front. We got anti-nuke for the back of our red team. Ooh, a good use of a spy bot. This is probably going to prompt. Sweat God was able to resurrect his commander. Good job on that. You hardly see that these days. 1.68K in the canyon, though, so this is going to need to be claimed, in my opinion. This is going to get somebody a lot more units for tier 2, or it's just going to be way too helpful. But what I would I don't know. Yeah, Aggressive needs to get a couple of these up. Yeah, he does need to get 1 or 2 more of those up, and then start producing some tier 2 to help out with his front line, in my opinion. because this push is good. The shurikens, though, the shurikens in this canyon are so nice. And maybe even get a couple of spy bots out just to kind of, can you get spy bots out? Yeah, I can. Like stealth tanks, something along those lines, just so he can like self detonate in these canyons. But he is going to have to deal with this push. They're, Jaguars are nice, but they go down real quick. But there is a lot of artillery he can. And the fact that the commander died again, I have a feeling he's going to res his commander once again. But the commander taking out that many forces, yeah, pretty much. There's no way. So, good job holding that. Smart man resing that, because that commander is one of your biggest tools for holding off the canyon. D-gun being able to just basically annihilate anything in basically the chokes, and when he does blow up, he's going to take out pretty much any army in there that's not fucking higher than a Razorback. Looks like our frontline line green player is really. I don't think this is the most effective way to do it. I like to do 2-2-2-2-2. Like, granted, he's not going to lose a bunch of this, but by the time anything comes through to take those out, those are going to be inconsequential. I would like to see the grouping a little bit tighter. Now, this is the first time I've ever said that. Like, I always praise spacing out, but this right here is just a kind of a waste of space, and it's going to require more build power once you start like eating it all up. Then you have. We do have another Prost coming out, and it's just going to be a sprinter run by. I don't like sprinters in these canyons, but it can prove to be quite painful. Yeah. Sprinters, don't let them do the fact that, come on. You got to get something on them. Yeah. See, the problem with sprinters is that's for the investment. They didn't get the money's worth. But it was a good try. A little bit of missed micro by Aggressa. Just a little bit, not a lot of it. A little bit of missed micro. Could have just, it would have stopped 2 or 3 windmills going down, but nobody really cares at this point. I would like to see more economy coming out of our sweat, Mr. Sweat God. Especially, like, I understand front's hard, but you got to take 4 seconds to just get 1 or 2 guys working on someone, because right now he's stalling out on his build power. And the reason, I don't know why he's stalling out so hard. He's not really like he's eating. Oh, it's because he's eating up. And so I thought, hey, you know what? Yeah, he ate up his tier 1. Now his build power is going to build faster. But the problem is, build power costs so much. Once he gets a few of these up, it's going to eat up all his energy. But he does have a lot of metal. Yeah, see, his energy's already gone. Spending it on an advanced solar collector is not the worst idea, though. So he can scale fast. All right, so we do have a push coming out from our green player. It looks like we have a bunch of bulls and artillery pushing out. I do like this combo. We do have a little bit of artillery being supported by a very hefty, very, very hefty unit in the bull. And as long as you might. So this is what I was talking about last night when we were talking about getting guys into having permanent, using alt and whatever number key to make a permanent patrol grouping. Because right now, the issue he's going to be having is accidentally having these his artillery kind of scooch to the front line and getting picked off. The reason for these, one of the big things that these bulls do is body block, and having your squishy units up the front line just kind of defeats a little bit hinders the effectiveness of your bulls. Bulls are amazing no matter what, though. So just having a death ball of it is really nice. Looks like there's no way. This many bulls against Commander, and he's going to, yeah. The gunships are a good call. There's nothing here to really contest the gunships. That bull's not going to be able to take out anything. These Centurions are dead. All right. So basically, the problem with that push, with pushes like this, listen, it may have hurt, but watch this. I'm going to show you guys something. Here is the upside. Let me just zoom out real quick, find a commander. There's only 3 commanders for the red team right now. That's 1.75 plus 1.32K plus 6K metal right here, all on the red side. That needs to be collected up ASAP. Once that's collected up, tier 3 is no issue. Let's see. This is, oh no, we do have a tier 3 push coming out from our yellow player. Was able to do quite a bit of damage. Only, yeah, ouchies. This is going to take out all the build power for this air lab. Gressa, I expect better from you. You know it's not GG. It's never GG in the spot. Yeah. Marauder run bys happen. It's at the point where you suck up that Marauder. So, yeah. Most wanted calling the reclaim. Yeah, get that. You need to get some reclaim. There's probably a ton of it in that field right now. There's 9.5K in that. And the entrance is 4K right here for this base. We do know Aggressa is going to be just fine. As long as he gets a little bit more build power and he starts getting these up. Because right now, his eco player is starting to get his tier 3 out. And he does have a good economy going. So if I'm this tier 3 player, I am offering up what's left of his windmills to our front line to Sweet God. And in fact, the same could be said for Saloxin. He could offer up a few of his windmills and not even notice to Sweat God. So, and maybe so if he has any of his lower energy converters, he could offer that up to him too. So that is something that could be done to help out. Yeah, even what's his name? Haximus. Haximus can offer up a few of his non-advanced energy converters to this side right here and really give him a little bit of a boost. In my opinion. This is just my opinion. So this is all mechanics of the game. These are more advanced mechanics. This is something that I only see because I have a macro view. I'm not in the moment. It's, there's nothing special about me. I make little mistakes all day, every day. And I don't think it's a mistake. It's not a mistake if it's not advanced. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? Maximus calling out his push. Not going to say where. I do like the inclusion of Starlights. I think Mausers would have been. No, you don't have Mausers as Armada. What would I probably go? No, you do have Mausers. Mausers might be might. I do like Starlights. Mausers might be. Let's see. What's cost? 320, 490. Mausers might be a more cost efficient and mainly because of the AoE. Anything that comes through here would eat AoE. Bulls are also a really good call too. I don't know. I do like Starlights because there is T3 coming through, and you are going to need the DP. You are going to need the burst damage. But you're also going to contend with a lot of tier 2 pushing through too. And they do have their own Starlights in that canyon. So the range is nice as well. We do have a push coming through on the left-hand side for the blue team. This is a massive push. This is tier 1 and tier 2. We have tier 1 Shell Shockers and tier 2 Bulls pushing in. Ooh, this could be a game-ending push if done right. This is why you don't call GG earlier. Very nice. This is going to, yeah, this is ouchies. We definitely need a response from our air and eco players right here. I don't think there is a response. You're going Marauders. I think at the very least Razorbacks. Marauders against this many Bulls and artillery, it's just going to get eaten away. You should have the economy to support Razorbacks, in my opinion. Who is our yellow player? Juicy Juice. I'm sorry, Juicy Deuce. You know I love you, brother. I apologize. Lots of love. Don't take this seriously. But yeah, I do think Razorbacks would be. Well, let's see. What's costing Razorback? They are a little bit longer to make. I think he has a build power for it though. 970, 21, 380, 680. Yeah. Like he's floating metal right now, and he has more than enough energy converters to really. Yeah, I think Razorbacks are the better decision right now. But I don't know. This has been held off mainly because there's a shit ton of sharpshooters I didn't see. And it's just eating this away. Okay. I can't admit when I'm wrong. Good call. Razorbacks was the right idea because what you really needed was a little bit of meat at the front. And these sharpshooters. He probably saw these sharpshooters. That's probably what happened. But I can't admit when I'm wrong. Good job on good job on the Marauders. Just good job getting anything out, honestly. But Razorbacks are definitely going to help a little bit better with the tier 1 spam, in my opinion. But it's not that much tier 1 spam, too. We do have a Shiva push coming through the front. This is going to hurt a little bit, mainly with the tick spam. If held properly, this can be held, but I don't think there's... Shivas aren't my favorite units. Yeah. Shivas aren't my favorite units. They're a little iffy. They can be good, especially in the canyon, because they have really good AoE with their blast. But this is going to definitely do some damage. Yeah, they're going to... Yeah. Sharpshooters going to be able to do the part. Marauders going to be able to body block for the sharpshooters. Let's not get GG. Now, if I am red team, I am reclaiming and I am reviving. Like, if there's any structures out, I would probably revive this. If I have Lazarus available, I'm helping Orange out by reviving, like the reactors and anything that didn't get destroyed so badly that it didn't leave a corpse. Which honestly, not much left a corpse. So there's not a whole lot other than this one reactor. But that one reactor would probably go a long ways. Well, I don't know. Because honestly, he is floating energy, but whatever energy is floating is going to the team. Who knows? Right now, as far as teams go, red could definitely use the energy. Anyone got a unit to spare me to micro? You don't want a unit to spare. What should be happening is people should be resonating. Like, somebody should have made a few Lazaruses, in my opinion. This is my opinion. And I always preface it like a lawyer, like a good lawyer saying this is not legal advice. This is just my opinion. What could be happening is our air player, well, he doesn't have much left either. I don't know. Like, support could bust you out like one real quick con. Instead of tick spam, there could be a con coming out for you and some res bots coming out for you. And whoever has enough energy in Eco, which our peak player does, could be handed over. This is all super like me viewing it. Could be handed over because if you res up, like you have a fusion reactor available for res, you have all your mechs, like a good chunk of these mechs is available for res. You have a tier 2 plant available for res. Not if they take out not if that happens. Not if the Thor shoots through it. You did have it, but you do have another tier 2 plant available for res, and you do have a Aphis available for res in the back lines too. This is actually in fact, I think it's a little bit of a mistake of pink player not seeing this available for res. So there is a lot going on. You got to understand. A key to this game is like when you get down, you got to understand. You got to look for opportunities. You got to recognize opportunities, and you got to communicate opportunities. Right? Like I don't know. Like I just see this as an opportunity. Also, all that metal left on the front lines is an opportunity. There are some Baliska's coming out for the red team. This is gonna hurt orange a lot unless a bubble comes out. Yeah, ouchie bubbles. This is gonna hurt. This could hit pretty much all of orange. Good placement by our lime green player. And he is making a few of these, and I do like making a few of these. It is quite costly. Oh man, the front lines are gonna be hard for red to hit. Like this is good work by all our blue team right now. This is how they're playing. They are playing in a very good manner. And they thought they were out. Am I wrong? Did they not say? Did Aggressa? I love you, and I told you. You know better. This was never GG. You guys are just fine. No worries, man. To me, it's just the way I see it is like, I think you should have more faith in yourself and your ability to come back, because I have more faith in. Apparently, I have more faith in you than you do, bro. And to me, that's wrong. You need to recognize your talent, because the second you recognize that you are talented at this game is the second you start playing with more confidence. You're playing in an ability with the thoughts of learning and not really kind of tense up. It's like a singer, you know. Don't tell nobody, but I kind of like to karaoke from time to time. And when I do bad at karaoke is when I'm nervous and I'm Sweat Godfrey is commander again. But yeah, when I do bad at karaoke is when I'm stressful. And I do own a mic. I do have some stuff. True, right? And I do practice. But I do get nervous, and that's when I do bad, even though I practice. And so once you it's the same thing with any sport, any game, anything you do, any hobby. The second you get that confidence, you'll start noticing a massive improvement. And you should have confidence in your gameplay, because I've seen the way you play. It's very innovative. It's very aggressive. And a few tweaks here and there, you do have the potential of getting to, like, I don't know what your I think last time I checked, I'd have to check your OS. Yeah, dude. You got one of those fucking dovetails on your thing, dude. You're good, bro. You're better than most. But yeah, you should be in, like, I think you're gonna be a force to contest with. Same thing with a lot of these players, dude. I have a lot of faith in everybody here. I just don't know a lot of the players in this lobby, which makes me a little sad, but it also gives me a lot of happiness, because there is opportunity for growth in this with all these players, and the opportunity to get to know them. Sweat God, obviously doing what he can. Like, dude, I love the fact that he reses his commander in Canyon, because commander is a big tool. His D-gun is a big tool in there. The fact that he is basically a walking nuclear bomb that can go invisible is a big tool in the Canyon. So yeah. Yep, there's the GG call. Booyah. Love it. Good game. And I love seeing that. That was great teamwork. And honestly, like, most of the blue team, a good chunk of blue team was a bunch of people that we all know from our stream. Juicy Juice did a great job. I think Juicy Juice was probably, he was probably player of the game for his team. He did a great job. I did kind of harp on him for making Marauders, but the fact of the matter is he made the right call, because I did not see the sharpshooters, and he made the right move, and I'm going to be straight up honest about that. I am going to send him a friend request, because I think having friends in this game is a great thing. So I can admit when I'm wrong on my calls, and I do miss stuff from time to time. But yeah, great work by him. So Aggressa he has an open skill of 11.2. I think that's really good, especially being from New Zealand. Having that shitty internet. Like freaking Outback. Wallaby hugging internet. Not fucking with you, buddy. You're noob when noobs feel like pros. Comish Phil. Yeah, I'm fucking big. Comish Phil. I don't know if he's aware that he's on stream, but yeah. No. Everybody, I think listen, noob in this game is not the same as noob in other games. Basically, basically, unless you're pro in this game, you're a noob because there's a all you got to do is accomplish your goal. And once you get to the step where you know where your goal is, like you can pretty much hold your own against almost anybody. Like you'll at least hold lines, and people can start understanding the game. 3-win streak, and still only one. Yes, it's probably because of your random. What is it? I forget what it is, but basically it's basically uncertainty rating. That's what it's called, uncertainty rating. It's your uncertainty rating, and I'm gonna let them know. Get more games, and you'll be fine. Just kind of something I do because when a lot of people leave, new people join, and they deserve to know that they're being casted. So, enjoy. Let's see, my friends. Let's see if anybody accepted. A few of them accepted. Juicy Juice hasn't accepted yet, but I'm super glad that I was able to get him in. Super glad I was able to get him in. The only way to go up in rank is to play people worse than you. Otherwise, you would be 50-50 and stay the same. Dude, that's such a that's such a very stock, that's a stock, respect. Yeah, but not play people worse than you, just get better. The only way to go up is to get better. Mostly just win games. Also, 1v1 makes it rise faster. Most certainly, it makes it rise faster because games are faster. The only way to go up is to win and to get more games in. This is from one I read from their official Reddit. So from their official Reddit, the way they do their rankings is when you start out, you have an uncertainty ranking. I think I already went over this once. You have an uncertainty rating, which is very high when you start out because they're not certain. Just because you won one game doesn't mean you deserve a 30 OS. And then you also have the standard rating they give you. So if you lose a game, you will drop down big, and if you win a game, you kind of you'll have more volatility in the beginning. So once you lose a few games, it will be a lot harder because it will require more. It will require because your uncertainty rating is going down with the more games you play. So that game you lost when you first started out is still having an impact after like 3 games. You know what I mean? It's hard to explain. While everybody gets set up, well, we are already pretty well introduced to most of our players. While we get set up, I am going to go have a little bit of a snacky cake. Can I play Eco, please? We all know Aggressa can play Eco. Just as long as he's not playing against Happy Coder, he's really comfortable. But yes, I will be right back, ladies and gents, and we will see you guys in a moment. Let me just pick a player to put on their vision. Well, I can't do it yet, but y'all be fine. I'll see you in a sec. All right, everybody, welcome back to the stream. We have 8 people in chat. I would like to encourage anybody that if you want to blow up my chat, feel free. I love it. I love talking to you guys. I love seeing your thoughts on here. We do have the game just starting out. Look like I was just in time. So basically, we do have some new players in the lobby. We have Lore Treadmole. He's going to be holding Canyon Front. Jarrod 10, going with the Vehicle Lab, going to be his right-hand man. Mimi from our last stream did a very good build, very efficient. I expect Mimi to probably, I think, honestly, I don't know, Squizzic could be a good game, but honestly, Mimi's skill level right now is so high, in my opinion, that I think he's going to win lane. This is just my prediction. Aggressa. We all know Aggressa is good. So Aggressa is going to be holding the front of Canyon. If I'm Aggressa, I'm getting a radar jammer out pretty early because you can put those little cloak cameras at the front of the entrance too to if you do lose it, which tends to happen, you can get vision on him. He did go a Vehicle Lab, by the way, which I do agree with, because if anything happens, he does have the AoE and range to do some massive damage. Danny Farthead going to be supporting him when he's already having energy issues, which is fine because this early in the game it's not that big of a deal. He is making wind, which is the right call. Which he's doing all right. I think his build could be a little bit refined better to make sure he doesn't stall out as often, especially with we have good wind now. We have shit wind. Damn, I just took my eyes off it for a second. It went from 16 to 6, and now it's going back up. So let's see where it stops at. Round we go. Where we stop, nobody knows. Well, around 15, 14.8. That's a good one. All right, our air player. Ooh, I like it. I like the build. I like it so far. It's good. He hasn't claimed his medals yet, but he's starting to. General Entropy going to be our eco player. He's already going into what looks like he's going to be trying to get a fast tier 2 out. He's going to be trying to get a real fast tier 2 out. I like the gusto. I like the balls on General Entropy. I think anything like that where you're doing stuff where you're just trying something aggressive is a good play. Anything to get you ahead, really, right? Done right, it will definitely get their team ahead. Selexon being a support player, and he's right now just pumping out a bunch of construction bots, and he's getting his build power up, which I like. The one downfall you can get into when you're pumping out too much so much build power is you can pump out too much. Next thing you know, you're building 6 things and you don't have it, and you're just stalling out on everything. So that's a pitfall I fall into a lot. All right, let's take a look at our front lines. Look like they have not yet been established. In my opinion, like I said, I don't like. Well, you can't, because run-bys are so potent, and Jarrod has not pushed out with his commander yet. So maybe putting up these turrets is not the worst idea in the world, because run-bys can be your weak point when you push out aggressively. But he is going to be reaching. It looks like he will be able to. I don't like these turret placement. I would rather have a turret in front of the 3.2, not behind it. And nothing that Comish Phil can pump out is going to contest a commander. Only a commander can contest a commander at this point in the game, which we do have a bit of tier 1 coming to the front line. There might be an attempt at a run by. Our hot pink player is going to be able to take out a few mexes, but our lime green player, once again, is Mimi, and looks like he is well prepared for it. Only thing I wish I saw more was just more of these, more of a front line being established. Oh, Mimi does what I do. He pushes out, and he's very aggressive. He was able to. He knows the value of the 3.2s. He knows the value of them. I don't think he was. Was he able to grab his? Yes. It was one of the first ones he grabbed. He does exactly what I do. I love it. Mimi, this is a strategy I'm very comfortable with. I'm very happy to see other players go for. Because when you go for it, you want other players to go for it. Because what ends up happening is like you end up getting double teamed, triple teamed when you. So you have to have a lot of defenses, and you have to be able to pump out a good amount of units when you're this aggressive and your teammates aren't as aggressive. But it is the right call. It is always the right call to claim your 3.2s and try to contest the other players' 3.2s. From all the games I've seen, it's been it's just been almost proven fact. You know what I mean? But these tier one run bys are doing as much damage as they can. The people who did not prepare for it are going to end up paying an economic price, but it is not going to be game ending because of the forethought of our blue and our neon green player. Canyon is taken up by Aggressa. His 3.2 is pretty secure. There is a bit of artillery coming through. He does have radar out. There's not a lot of units out for him right now, but he doesn't have to worry about any run bys right now because our neon green player is basically locked down any approach from the sides. What he does have to worry about right now is this artillery shelling. A bit of anti-radar can help out with that. As far as our very very light green Danny Farthead player, he's gone heavy into these windmills. I don't see any energy converters for him. Oh, what happened? There must have been a run by. Not the worst thing in the world for Aggressa. That's why he's having issues with units. There is a decent amount of metal out for him, so it's not the end of the world. And he does have all of his mexes. Yes, he does have all of his mexes available. So it's just a few windmills, which are, it's not the end of the world. And honestly, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. But he does need to get some help from his lime green player, which I don't see coming out anytime in the near future, mainly because he has he's producing so much energy and he has no metal conversion. He's only getting 13 metal per second. Like Aggressa's got 19 metal per second. He suffered a run by. So no bueno in my opinion. Air player already going up to tier 2. Good on him. Advanced Spot Lab looks like it's been up for a minute for our Eco player. We do have a steady stream coming out from Rocketeers, which I like. I would like to see him start going into maces fairly soon because this is more than enough to take out the defenses right now. And then once they get whittled down, maybe you can get a few more. But maces would be right now would be a good call, which they're about similar in cost, 120, 1,000 or 130, 1,300. So maces would probably be a good call because these are going to be made vulnerable to brutes and medium tanks and even light tanks like stouts and incisors. Good call on the Sneaky Pete because it will force these Rocketeers to get into a light laser tower range. Right here, lines are pretty static and walled off canyons. It's the same, we do have a gauntlet in the canyon for Clamishville. This should basically push back blue quite a bit until he gets his agitator up. I would like, yes, he's reading my mind. He's already got a Castro coming up, so it is going to make it a lot harder. This will give him the advantage as far as fire. Yeah, don't put a radar there. But yeah, looks like he is equaling okay at the back of this. The one thing I am noticing is a lack of energy converters for our teams. Like 3 right now. Well, I have to see. There's definitely not 15. There's definitely more than 15. There's 34. He should have more by now, but he is catching up quite quickly. He could have about, he's only got 12 metal per second. Why? He has almost no metal. He has almost no metal nodes. He must have lost a few. And on top of him, he was neglecting taking them. So yeah, he's only got 12 metal per second, 13 now. Right now, 39 metal per second. It's going to be our Violet player. Once again, doing the same build he was doing last game, I believe. This is Selexin. I do like it. It's very tight. It's very consistent. It's very nice. He should be fine. But right now, it looks like the red team does have the advantage as far as units and ability to push. Mimi, though, is... Oh, yeah. Dodge. See, this is why I would like Mace, is because now you're at the point where Mimi's got the skill. He can dodge enough of those to really now his commander's going to be forced to retreat, and his 3.2 is gone. But he was able to hold his 3.2 long enough, and he is getting pushed. This is the problem right here. This from here to here is Light Blue's responsibility, and Light Blue needs to be able to help because he's getting 2v1, and so he's getting 2v1 from this backside right here. Danny Farthead is also responsible, in my opinion, for what End Times does. End Times, a veteran in the stream from last time, so he's also responsible to catch that, which he's reacting to it right now, because he is the opposite support. So I would stop calling people noobs. Mimi, sad to say, it did look like he quit. Calling people noobs in a noob lobby is just, it's redundant and it's stupid and just kind of shows off that you're kind of a butthead. I think he did, and honestly, listen, bro, great beginning strategy, great job, and I think he should have won. Rocketeer spam should not win the game against you. At the same time, I don't think these were aggressive to begin with. I think this was Mimi's. I don't know what the point of having 12 constructor bots would have been for Mimi. Yeah, this is going to be a problem for our blue team. We do have some Sheldons here. They can be useful, but yeah, Mimi at the end of the day is the one that collapsed. He could have been communicating better. Fact of the matter is Rocketeer spam should not win the game. Like, let's be real. Let's be real, guys. Like, listen, dude, if Rocketeer spam won games, I'd be undefeated. I'd be undefeated. Like, and Mimi had the skill to hold this off. Like, listen, a few walls, Rocketeer's about a third as effective as they can be with a few walls put up. And Mimi had every opportunity to push out bases himself, maces or even light units to just kind of counter him. Yeah, you can't call somebody a noob when you're the only one out of the game. Now, I'm not going to say that he's a noob because he had a really good start. The problem is, like, listen, it's like when I was talking about Happy Coder. It's when I was talking about Happy Coder. Happy Coder was, like, really good, but he could not, once he got past his build, he couldn't react. And that's what happened to him. Skuzek was able to put pressure on this guy, make his life a little bit hard, right? Making somebody's life a little bit hard should not win the game for you, should not win the lane for you. This guy's basically doing what I do. This guy's playing how I play as far as with, see, he's microing, he's keeping him out of range. He's moving back towards his defenses. These blitzes are going to be able to eat up one or two of these Rocketeers while taking pretty big losses because the Rocketeer count's just gone insane. But, yeah, he stopped. He did exactly what I would do. He's going into tier 2 right now. He knows he has a big advantage. He's got enough to take out pretty much anything that aggressive kind of throws at him at the moment? Well, maybe anything. These brutes. He's a little far away from his defenses. And Rocketeers are, why would you march him in like that? That's such a bad call. This is a, don't even uncloak your commander, Mr. Farhead. Like, no, chase those down. Chase those down. Because this right now is your opportunity. You can actually push. This is his opportunity to push. And because he went tier 2, he's only got his tier 2 constructor bot. He can't really do anything. You can actually push to take out that tier 2. So that's what I would do. I would push into that. I would deny it because that's what your read is. Your read is, okay, there's no more Rocketeers coming out. He's going tier 2. And you go push and you take out the tier 2. There is some bombers coming in. This could be a little bit of a problem. It depends. Are they MP bottom? They're not. I don't know if these bombers are enough, but there is going to be damage done. That was the worst call you could have made because when you're going tier 2 and you're just starting your tier 2, you're playing defensive. You're holding. You're making sure this doesn't happen because this right here is where that is now a bad call. That was a great call. His call was great until he got too aggressive. He went to Canyon. He lost all his Rocketeers. He now can't hold this stuff. At the very least, he took out all the metal nodes. The one thing is I would say we need more damage being done because we are leaving a bunch of metal at the front. Ooh, taking out the commander might be big. No, don't go for it. Don't get baited by it. Keep moving. Take out mexes. See how far you can get. Maybe somebody can follow up with another counter push. Yeah, good job on Aggressa. He was able to do a good amount of damage. This is going to pull back any tier 2 push. He is pumping out quite a lot of welders, but I don't know if he's going to be able to hold. He has the metal production to pump out so many of them that it's going to be any kind of issue. But you were able to give yourself a little bit of space. I do like it. Now, but the problem is there is a bit of metal out in the field. But I think it was a necessary. It's a necessary evil at this point. You were able to put out a bunch of metal on the field for yourself. There's 5.7K in the canyon, bro. 5.7K in the canyon. That amount of Rocketeers going down is going to help you out a bunch. 5.7K in the canyon. That's more than you left them. So I think that overall was a massive gain for you. Yeah. This is a bunch of tigers. I do like it. It's a good. Can you get through? I don't know. That's so much AoE. The problem with these canyons is like these clumps just they take so much damage to all this AoE, but he's able to break through. This could be big, especially with the help from no, that's a red player. Yeah, he's able to break through, and he's able to. This pressure is making people think too. You got to also understand there is a value to rearranging the front line and making people move. Yeah, right. It is pretty crazy. There's 7.31K in that canyon. It is getting eaten up pretty quickly. I don't know who's eating it up, to be perfectly honest. But it's growing and then sinking and then growing and sinking. I like it. So there is a value to pressuring people. And, yeah, because eventually you're going to create weak points. And this is what happened. And you are going to be able to get through, cause some chaos, get commanders off the line. Dude Dan's having a little bit of trouble. He is getting pressured. And what Dude Dan really wants is for this to stabilize, recollect himself, and then collect some of this metal that's being left behind lines. But this right here is a good opportunity. I wish Blue would take more advantage of it. I would love to see Purple's got a massive army, or Violet's got a massive army. I would love to see him try and probe for breakthroughs. Who is Purple? Soloxan. I would love to see him probe for breakthroughs. He's got enough to really do it, because even if he leaves his line exposed, I don't think Red Team has has the ability to take advantage of it with like how chaotic things are right now. It is Aggressa doing his darndest, and he's doing what I always say he does best. He is using his balls. You know, he is using his massive balls to the best of his ability. Listen, sometimes it's the right call, sometimes it's the wrong call, sometimes you go overextend. But the fact of the matter is, like, you need balls to win. And brown player right now being like, hey, maybe I can put these bombers to use. And this is one reason why I think Violet should have been like pushing out, because now he just took a massive hit. You guys don't really have any air. Yeah, you're correct. Yeah, there is no really. Okay, so what you guys need to do is to get up some anti-air like right now. You start producing anti-air bots. And honestly, you guys are going to lose some. You guys are going to lose. Someone's going to get hit hard. But it does look like these whistlers are doing damage to his bomber fleet. But you want to get something up before yeah, exactly. Build AA. It's not GG because these whistlers took out a good chunk of that bomber fleet. He might be a little cautious right now. If you get a few, I would probably suggest pop-up turrets. Pop-up turrets are cheap and easy, and they do fire pretty quickly. Also, maybe one chainsaw on every base. Chainsaws are pretty nice. They don't have the fighters kind of eat up the chainsaws. But yeah, what you want to do is definitely get some AA up. Yep. I don't think, yeah. There was definitely some me and Lord to Demolus definitely have the same thought process going on. We definitely have the same thought process. He has been scarred just like me. We have all been scarred. We have all been scarred. In fact, next game, I'm just letting my viewers know I do plan on playing the next game, since Aggressa and Dudan have been kind of really wanting to play with me, I guess. I don't know why. I'm not nothing special here, but yeah, it'll be fun. And anybody that, like, I tell you how I'm going to play. Anybody who plays against me is going to know what I do. You're gonna know. Well, let's see if they can adapt against me. Maybe I'll do something cheeky. Who knows? But it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. But yeah, right now, opportunity kind of being wasted by the brown player, in my opinion, because he doesn't have the fighters to eat up any of the anti-air, and he doesn't have the bombers to really overwhelm anti-air, in my opinion. He might. He does have a okay size fleet. Is this going to be a mistake? We're going to find out. How are we doing on anti-air here? Is he going to do it? Oh, he's just bombing front lines. This is a wasted opportunity. To me, this is a wasted opportunity. Now, oh shit, we have air. Aggressa, my ninja. Good job, brother. Oh man, and he already went. Yeah, he's like, no. There's the huevos. Aggressa's huevos are fucking through the damn roof. You know, this is why I like casting. I like casting him Aggressa. Like, dude, I love it, dude. That's such a big wiener move. That's such a big wiener move. Good job, bro. And he went into their lines too. Freaking mwah. Mwah. Hold on, where's your commander? There you go. Mwah. 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 Smart commander. Freaking big brain right there, dude. Big brain. Massive, right? Dude, it does take it because it was needed. Now, the problem is going to be your front now, because you do have to sacrifice something to get that. I do think you have the air. Oh, nope, he's starting to build fighters too. He's like, uh-oh. He's like, yeah. It's up to you, man. Do you think you can get a bombing run in? Does Aggressive think he can get a bombing run in? Now, I'm not an air player at all. Yeah, I'm not an air player at all. But this right here, in my mind, the way my play style is for everything I do is I'm like, fuck it, I'm going for it. If I can squeeze by, I'm going to go for it, dude. I'm going to go for it. And he probably can, dude. And where are they going to least suspect it? That's my question. Where are they least expect it? I'm one of those guys. Like, I'm not a cheesy player normally. Like, when I'm Terran, I chose Terran because I hate cannon rushes. I hate Protoss cannon rushes. I'm not that player. And everybody knows, like, Terran's going to cannon rush the shit out of you. Protoss is going to cannon rush the shit out. Oh, my God, dude. All right, our support player, Danny Farhead, coming through with some Tier 2 support. Does he have – yes, Heavy Plasma is the right call in the Canyon. Yes, absolutely. The AoE is just totally worth it. Well played. Well played by our lime green player. Recognizes the situation, recognizing Russ is going air, knowing he's going to have to now hold the front line. Good job. I like it. Oh, man, such good play by both teams, taking advantage of each other's weaknesses. And this is why you don't GG. This is why you don't Mimi. This is why, listen, dude, I know a lot of these players, they'll help you out. You would be rebuilt by now, and then with your skill, you would have been just fine. You're a good player, bro. You're a good player. You just need to control yourself. This could have been like, this is still possibly a win. In fact, right now, I think blue might actually have the advantage. Depends on the tier 3 pushes, though. 2 Aphises versus 1 Aphis. Ooh. I think it's more likely their support player is going to get out tier 3 before their eco player. So Aggressa knows Aggressa is this is why he has the little feather tail on here. He's played enough to know what's going on. So I'm pretty sure he knows what he needs to do right now. Danny Farhead, I could tell right now, he's like, he sees it too. He's like, I know what I need to do. This is the nice thing about experience is like, listen, OS to me means nothing. It's about experience and ability to adapt. That's one thing that I'm good at. It's like, I may not be the most experienced player in the world with this game, but there are some skills that throughout my years of playing RTSs and stuff like that I developed. I have pretty good micro, and I do understand macro. So I can get myself – I've gotten to the point where I can, if done right on a good day, I can get myself to have – like with the wrong players behind me, I will have the biggest eco on the team at front line if with a good army in front. With the wrong players behind me and the right day ahead of me. You know what I mean? But Aggressa did really well. I like the fact that he went into air to kind of – because those bombers were dangerous. Ooh, this could be a good push. Looks like air is trying their best to make something happen for the red team. I don't think I don't know. It could be a good call. Everything just stalled out on the front, though, and I think it's because once that push happened, I think everybody here has the experience, has the brains to adjust and know how to not panic. And the one person that panicked could be the reason why they're not winning right now. Like we saw the game before, that guy was killing it. You telling me that he doesn't have the ability to come back from this? Bullshit. I'm sorry. I know it's harsh to say, but bullshit. Chill out, you know? It's not GG until like 4 or 5 players drop, honestly. There is a line where it is GG, but it's not now. Razorback just gets melted the second he walks in there, dude. And it's because Gauze Cannon, I think Gauss Cannon was the right call. Even right now, it's not the worst call in the world. I do. I think after that, I would have switched him to heavy impact or high explosive because these welders, they were a bit grouped up, but it's like whatever. That's high level APM. Oh, I do like the inclusion of some spy bots. I do like the inclusions. Now, if I'm, we got tier. Nice, good job. What do you got here, bro? Aggressa. So one thing I've seen people incorporate in the canyon that I might start trying to. It doesn't mean I can because it does require it. It does require like for you to think of it at the time and actually, get used to it. But I would like to see maybe one or two Spectres, radar invisible spy bots in the canyon for our red team or for our blue team. Probably the same thing for our red team as well. Imagine just not seeing it and then walking by with your massive group, about ready to do some major javelins, and boom, done. We do have a little bit of push coming out from our red player. We've got a few Tiger tanks pushing into Canyon. We're going to see how well this does. This is spotted out. Good call out. I do like the way Lime Green micros his hounds because he does have a range advantage for sure. Yeah, this is going to push it back, especially with that micro. Not losing any hounds. Them already losing 2 of their tigers. All they're doing, three now. That's a massive deal. These recluses would do a better job on the mountaintops, in my opinion. But even so, what's their range? It's not far enough to really cause any too much. It's just enough to annoy them. More artillery coming out. I do like the thought of using the ambassador. The ambassador is quite a potent artillery piece with massive range. I don't like artillery with nothing in front of it though, because the second somebody notices it, they're gonna smack it. They're gonna smack it, and they're quite expensive, and it takes a minute for them to get to the front line. So the ones you have out in front are the ones you have. It is what it is. But look at this front line by blue. Jesus Christ. This looks like the front line in that game that where we lost our air player. It's freaking nuts. It's not quite as thick, but geez, man. And there's even flat. Oh, there's a good amount of anti-air. Oh yeah, this is say bye. Oh no, this is all bad. Dragons get in the middle right now. They are taking some damage from the flat cannons. Aggressor is responding with his air. There's no fighter coverage from Brown. This is just, and there's very little anti-air for him, but yeah. Not as much damage done to the Dragons as I thought it would, but it did do their job. They were able to push it off. I do think these are tier 1 fighters. I think that's the reason, but yeah, just stick with that, dude. What you're seeing right now is a little bit of a timid guy. Your team knows that there are dragons on the field. Oh yeah, dude. See, this right here is where a spy bot would be super handy. You would be able to stun a ton of those and put the recluses on the damn mountains. That's the whole point of making them, right? Who is this? This is Squizzic. Squizzic, he does have talent, but there is a little bit of more knowledge could be done. What happened here? Oh, units were handed over. It looks like 3 demons were handed over to Squizzic. I don't think it's the worst idea in the world. You do want to be able to hold on to macro while not over microing. But what's happening here? We have a demon for ourselves. A little bit of a no. That's another demon in the canyon. This was held off pretty nicely by our 2 green players. This canyon is proven to be a death trap forever. Now, the one thing I am going to tell Aggressa and whoever is in this green canyon, there is a lot of metal in this motherfucking canyon. Excuse language. I think a lot of it could be eaten up. Is there even a commander to res here? Yeah. You don't need it? He's like, I don't need it. I don't need it. You may not need it. He's like, it's the bank. He's like, this whole area is the First National Bank of Aggressa. He's like, when I need it, it's there. It is a massive push, but if it fails, that's even more. There are some sharpshooters on the field. I don't think there needs to be a response. There is a bit of a response, but it is sumo response, so it's going to take about 6 centuries to for the sumos to get there. I'm not stressing too much about it. There is a dragon. I don't think there's enough here to really kill Aggressa. There's enough here to annoy him. Yeah, exactly. It is going to hinder his ability. Lazaruses are going to be his best friend right now. He does need a few Lazaruses or Grey Robbers, something. So I would say Lazaruses will be his best friend because everything he lost can be res within like a minute. He's only down and out for a minute. Yep, and he knows. I think he's definitely listening to my channel right now. He definitely likes to take my advice, and I do appreciate that. Everybody who streams with me, everybody who's a regular that streams with me knows that they're going to that people are going to hear what I have to say, and they are going to if I say something that they feel like is a good idea, they are going to take advantage of it. And it's just the nature of the beast. There's no way to not to avoid it. And he's sitting there, he's listening, and he supports me, and he's like, "Hey, that is a good idea," and I appreciate that. And I love the fact that no, you're not done, dude. Stop. You're not done. Not yet. Pull back those res bots though, for sure. But no, res bot down. Res bot down. It's all right. There is a bit of a counter push coming out, but it's go right into the teeth of two juggernauts. Ouchie, Bubba. And I called it, didn't I? I said it was much more likely for the pink player, the hot pink player, the support player to get any significant tier 3 out than it was going to be their ego player. Ego player, yeah. Yeah. The problem I'm having here is like, yeah. Wow, that's a lot of build power. That is so much build power. Yeah. I think they just got a little bit overwhelmed. Hot pink player he out ecoed his own eco player. Who is this? End Times. We've casted End Times before. End Times making a massive skill jump, in my opinion. Definitely carrying his team. Definitely did a good job. Ooh, End Times. What you got going on here, buddy? Yeah. Yeah. It's a good game, guys. Well played by both teams. Definitely good adjusting here and there. Just a little much. I think backline was held. I think backline was held on long enough to where they were able to be more of a say in the game than the backline of blue team, and that's what happened. The way this could have ended, I think not having air hurt. I think a good air player would have been able to take advantage of the fact that Brown was kind of weak for a very long time. You know what I mean? I think a good air player could have flew in and taken out aggressive and take over probably was a big deal. But good game by all. Good game by all. Well done. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because I know you would have you by now, the scout, and you would have saw and you would have bombed the shit out of the eco. And that's what won the game. But it was a good game. Good game, guys. Well done. All right, so I did say I would play. I am joining. I did say I would play. We are going to have some fun. I'm new, guys. Yes, yes. Well, on top of it, you're a smart guy, and I have faith in you. And you guys be easy on me. This should be fun. This is going to be the first game I played in about 4 days. So this should be a good game. BRB. Cowboy. I played with Cowboy before. In fact, I think I streamed a game or two of his. Suck my glizzy. Yeah. You guys normally play this game. Oh, Suck my glizzy. He's definitely your change. Hey, hey, glizzy. And hey, glizzy had a few games with me, like commentator. But yeah, I'm currently streaming right now. Normally I cast games, so everybody just knows. Normally I cast games. This lobby is a bit dying. I might be able to get a quick something in, like quick potty break or something. But normally I cast games. Normally I go into lobbies and I cast games and I watch people and I tell them, yeah, for real. No, I mostly cast games. No, dude. I don't want to go into something like that, dude. Let's just find another lobby. Like straight up. I mostly cast games. I mostly cast games. I normally don't play. I promised these guys I'd play, but I want to play an 8v8 and I kind of want to play something I know just because like I'm not looking to like fry my brain too much on like Isthmus or something. You really want to 1v1 me. I'll tell you what. Really? You want to cheese me? Oh, dude, I haven't practiced, dude. I'm not even good at 1v1s. I never play 1v1. But all right, find a decent map, not a cheesy ass map or anything. We'll 1v1. We'll give it a shot, dude. Dude, Dan, if you want to spectate, bro, that'd be awesome. We'll 1v1. Find yeah. Yeah, fine, I'll 1v1 you. Oh yeah. All right. Derek the cleric. Unless this lobby starts picking up soon. But yeah, I'll 1v1 you. Start a lobby and I'll try and I'll join you. But yeah, I hardly ever play mainly because playing is so much less entertaining because I'm so into it that it's hard to cast while you're playing. So that's kind of the main reason. So yeah. So this is gonna be fun. Let's see, friends. Aggressa. Oh, you're gonna already fucking you're gonna already freaking cheese me in this game? Alright, yeah. This map. Fine. Actually, Artie's gonna be hitting my back lines. Alright, here we go. I am not skill level 16.67. Okay, on a clean fight. Yeah. Dude, Dan spectating. All right, good to hear. All right, yeah. This is something that's going to be awkward for me. I probably listen. One of my biggest fears is like, you guys are going to think I'm way better than I really am. You guys think I'm way better than I really am, and I'm really not that good. But Aggressa, I know Aggressa, and he has the ability to wipe the floor with me if he really wants to. I might. I'm going to keep quiet because I know he listens to me. I'm not going to dictate my strategy to him. This could be kind of fun. Where do I want to start? Aggressive is aggressive. Let me think. Okay, I'm overthinking shit. You know what? Let's have a little bit of fun. maybe, you know what? I'm going to do this. Good luck, brother. I'm gonna try this a little bit different than what I normally do. Just a little bit different. Oh, I'm not good at 1v1 too. Oh man, the sirens are going nuts outside my house. Yeah. So this is something I've been kind of wanting to try. It's gonna be fun. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, my bot friend. Oh, you're probably gonna kick my teeth in, especially if this does not go the way I want it to go. Yeah. Probably gonna kick my teeth in. I'm gonna go off of here. I'm afraid. Looking at stuff. Not trying to give away my plans. Mana. This is gonna be fun though. This has been a little bit of a lighter stream than the past few days. Stuff and things, dude. Stuff and things like I'm always doing. I'm always doing stuff and things. I'm a funny guy, dude. I try to be at least. The beginning of the game's kind of boring because I build that and then I build that and then I build this and then I start building these and then that and that's how I'm just like, I am a cool cunt for real. That is you know what, dude? Very No. It's okay. He's from down under. He's allowed to say that. Wind is starting to go up, so yeah, it's a good call right now. We're gonna see how this plays out for me because I always start out bots, and that's all I'm gonna give you. Where is it? I'm gonna try. It should be interesting. We'll see how it goes. I'm not going to need much more than what I already have, from what I can tell. If this goes right. I always wondered if this would ever work. We're about to find out. Just out of curiosity. And while we're at it, we're going to produce a couple of these. Because, I think I know where your base is. Oh, I don't like that that's already there. No! The fact that you didn't move out makes me sad. All right, I'll let you get another one in. I was gonna. So my plan was I was hoping you moved out earlier. I was gonna go in, degun your freaking. I was gonna degun your bot lab and set up a few turrets, and just basically take your shit. So I'll give you. Yeah, you auto die if you're your commander will auto die if your transport dies. But yeah, the fact that you didn't move out your commander may have saved you. I don't know. I really wanted to at least land. See if I could degun your shit. Just take over. Just take over. It's hilarious, right? Wait till you watch it on stream. I'm going for it. So I thought about that yesterday when you asked me. I was like, ooh, I thought that was gonna be fun. But yeah. But I told you, you'll win. All right, all right, all right. I'll play you seriously this game. I'll play very seriously this game. Doesn't mean I'm going to win, but I will play you seriously. All right. So this is going to be fun. This is going to be interesting. But yeah, we'll get one more. We'll get one more game in, and then we'll try and find an 8v8 to join, and then we can kind of hop in together. Or am I drinking from a can that I know is empty? I'm glad I can make you laugh, dude. I'm glad I made your day, dude. I love you too, bro. I love you too, bro. Good shit. Good shit. You're like, what the fuck's happening? There's a commander flying into my base. I'm just going to put my Twitch in there just so if anybody wants to spectate, we can. But yeah, no, I'm glad you really enjoyed that, man. I was like, fuck it. If I'm gonna do this on stream, I'm going all in. I'm going balls to the wall. Let's see. Let me check that list real quick. Ooh, minimum no, I hate it when they do minimum chevron ratings because that's just such a dick move. Excuse me, at least in my opinion. So yeah, like straight up, like that was something I've been thinking about doing since yesterday. Like 5-minute commander drop. You can really fuck up somebody's eco with something like that. Actually, that might be a really cool strategy for an air player to do because obviously you're giving up your commander later in the game for a little bit of eco advantage. So if you can commander drop onto let's say their eco, you get more of an advantage in than 1.2k, right? Am I wrong? Tell me out. Like that must be crazy, but anybody think I'm crazy? Now the thing is, like, you don't want to do what I just did and fly over a commander, and get shot down instantly. So maybe getting a scout out first might be a good idea, and then I don't know. Like, I don't know. Commander drop would be kind of cool, but you're not going to insta lose if you lose your commander in an 8v8. But it would hurt because now you're not going to have that 1.2 to fall back on. But if anybody's got the balls to do something like that, it's me and Aggressum. Oh, bro, that was it. That was really cool. That was really cool. I did take out most of your base though. I did take out a massive chunk of your base. Now to do the fake commander drop, make a decoy commander. Oh, what you could do? Check this out. Think about this, right? Make a fleet of transports, right? A bunch of decoy commanders, fly them in, and then do a commander drop like late game onto their eco. Could be too fun. All right. We'll play for real. We'll play for real. 2.2. So, all right. Just doing my thoughts and stuff. So this is my normal build that I'm going to do for y'all. Yeah, no. I messed up just a little bit. All right, I'm ready whenever you're ready, good sir. Grass is going to kick my fucking teeth in, dude. The grass is going to kick my teeth in. We will see. We will definitely see. No, well, I haven't played in a few days also, so you definitely have a little bit of advantage there. 9.1 wind. I'm definitely going to go for wind. Well, we'll see. You don't know until you really play, and it's been one of my kind of like it's been one reason why I really haven't played any games because I'm a little nervous, especially now that my name's starting to get out there. It's like I don't want to be known as that guy that talks big, and I'm not trying to talk big. Like I tell everybody, like I'm not the best in the world. Oh my God, no. Hold on, geez, Louise. Hold on before that happens. Oh, of course. Now it's freaking going through the roof. It should be enough. Let's see. And we're going to go with a few more turbines. Man, this one is a little volatile here today. I just need vision. All right. That was really too important. Aw, you cheeky motherfucker. You cheeky motherfucker. All right, looks like I am. No. Right here. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm so quiet, guys. Well, that's a pretty forward bot lab. I'm not too worried about it. That's quite an investment. Just need to get vision on that. Oh, that should be dead. No. What is it? It's been so long I forgot my hotkeys. GG, brother. Well played, sir. Well played, good sir. That's my StarCraft fucking coming in. That was my StarCraft. That was so in StarCraft I'm not that good, bro. So this is why I believe in taking the front that far, because I was able to scout the fact you went air. I was able to defend, and also I was able to understand that the pressure wasn't going to do crippling damage. Sure, it hurt, but I also saw that you didn't have a lot of mexes, so I was already taking mexes, so I already knew I had the mex advantage on you. And so as long as I held front line, I had a few anti-air up, I could actually pressure you a lot better because I was able to kind of sneak through the back lines. So yeah, I think that was a great example of just being able to scout, knowing what you're looking at, and taking advantage of where you can find the weaknesses. So yeah, that's honestly, I appreciate you and thank you for calling me good, bro. Like that means a lot to me. Like that really means a lot to me. But I really don't think I'm that great. These are warm-ups. Yeah, I really don't think I'm that good. But killer. I like that you're going for air. I like that you're going for you went for air. I thought it was really good. Dude, we're starting to get a lot of spectators. I guess if we want to entertain them, but hey, join my stream. But yeah, honestly, I was not nearly as entertaining. Also, I was kind of afraid of what was it? I was gonna say I'm not nearly as take your time, brother. I'm not nearly as good as I feel I am. 21.6. When did I turn into 21.6? That's not true. That'd be crazy if that boosts my skill that much. Oh, you need to get yourself a burr? Get yourself a burr, buddy. But yeah, I'd like to welcome everybody to stream. We have some viewers at the moment. Right now, I promised Aggressive a few 1v1s, and we are going to do a few 1v1s because I talk a big game. Mostly, I commentate. I like to go into commentate streams mainly because it's easier to be more. What's the word for it? More energetic. No. Aggress ain't spectating. No. Sorry, buddy. Sorry. I aggress that gamer too. But yeah, so Aggressive's been a big part of my channel for a minute. He's been very active. So I want to reward him. He's been asking for a game for the past 2 days, and I'm terrified because I don't have any confidence in myself. Right? I don't have confidence in myself, and I don't I can analyze a game, but playing's different. And so this right here is really my first viewer game. Actually, I want to get more wind up the metal. I appreciate it, Gress. He's definitely making me feel good about myself. So I'm ready whenever he is. And we're gonna have a good 1v1. This is one of my very few first viewer games. I did have one stream where I played against other people, but the problem with that is I am a bit of a sweaty guy. I told you I'm ballsy, right? I told you I'm ballsy. I'm a bit ballsier than most players. This is true. But I think it does help out. I think having balls giggity. Yeah, a lot like you. I think you could. I think there is a. After this game, I'll give you a just my biggest tip, and maybe you can watch my build order, and I think my build order would help you out a little bit. Yeah, just a tip. I'll give you just a tip, buddy. I'll just go with this for just. And no, you definitely do. I noticed that for sure, dude. 13.7 win. This is definitely not bad. Faster, donkey, faster. Just for scouting at the moment. Ooh, this energy is really harsh on me right now. We're just must want to do that real quick, just to be productive. I see a little speck. Hi, little speck. Just kind of seeing where it's at right now. He already took out my little ticky tick, which is fine by me. I don't like it when I do that. There you go. I'm having a little bit of build power issue right now. Is that so? The key is not to panic, you know, man. No, I don't think you could have, bro. You could have hurt me maybe, but I don't think you could have ended. To be perfectly fair and honest. Just to be honest, bro. I'm just being honest with you. Come on. Hold on. These guys are not moving. Look at my screen. They're not moving. I'm disconnecting apparently. Hold on. What is going on? I don't know what's going on. No. This makes me sad. Should I leave? I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Yeah. Sad. Yeah, I'm sad. Oh, well. It is what it is. I am graciously going to concede. Yeah. I think it could have been a little closer. Yeah. Oh, shit happens, bro. Yeah, but I would rather spectate, right? At least maybe I'll call it a night because I do have work in the morning. But it was fun. Good game, man. Good job sleeping past my defenses. I was trying to build up a little bit of a pawn, just a little bit of pawns, just kind of contest it. You might have done. I feel like, in my personal opinion, you would have done some damage, but not gained any damage. But who knows? I was just like, whatever. He's got like 4 things in the back, and I was like, as long as I could just have enough to deal with that. But the fact of the matter is that was a good move. I like it. That was very smart. You're like I said, you're ballsy. I like it. I was going for Rocketeers the first. Yeah. Well, what can you do about it? You know, what can you do about it? You won fair and square. You know, that's what happened. But anyways, bro, I'm gonna take off for the night. I had a fun stream. It was a little bit of a slower stream, but I'm hoping the weekend picks it up, and maybe we can get a few viewers. Like I told everybody, we're starting to get real close to getting an affiliate. That's gonna be a big deal for me. I really appreciate you guys, and I hope everybody has a good night. Sorry, I know you said something in chat aggressive. My apologies. But thank you so much for stopping by. And you guys have been the bedrock for me. You guys have been killing it for me, and I really appreciate you. Have a great night, everybody.